Ladies and gentlemen, we're back at First Energy Stadium for opening night of 2021. Here we are in Baseball Town, Pennsylvania, returning for the first time since 2019, professional baseball. I'm Emily Messina, and alongside me I have Tyler Small. Tyler, how are you feeling about opening night?
You say 2019, it still feels like it was 20 years since we've had baseball here in Baseball Town. Couldn't be more excited to see fans in the seats. Baseball about to be played. It's going to be quite an interesting night.
It is absolutely going to be amazing. We've got crowd at the ballpark, and we've got professional baseball on the field. It's your Reading Fightin' Phils, affiliate of the Philadelphia Phillies, versus the Erie SeaWolves, a Detroit Tigers affiliate. Game time, first pitch starting at 7:05 tonight. We've got a beautiful night here in Reading, Pennsylvania. Warm all day, perfect day for baseball.
Yes, the rain's fortunately held out so far. I knock on wood as I say that. However, just beautiful night, picture perfect, exactly what the fans are here to see. And with the new sort of different scheduling we'll have here in the Double-A Eastern, Northeastern League, I should say.
Oh my God, how many times are we going to make that mistake?
It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while, but we have a 6-game set coming up here, so it'll be a back-to-back here Tuesday. They're leaving Sunday. There'll be a lot of baseball played here in Reading.
Yeah, fans, you can still get tickets to the games for the rest of the week. We've got a lot going on. Tonight was our Fleece Blanket 70th anniversary giveaway. We're supposed to give that out last opening night in 2020, but nevertheless, giving that out tonight, celebrating still. We're giving it out tomorrow, so if you still want to get tickets for tomorrow night, you can. We've also got some great promotions throughout the rest of the week. So here is our stadium plug. Come out, come join us, and if you can't, thanks for joining us on the broadcast.
When we can have that party right. We want to thank Weinheimer for sponsoring.
The Blue Marsh Insurance Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks, in a festive atmosphere with a bird's-eye view for the visiting bullpen. Regular game tickets are $31 per person for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group. When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Wyomissing's Family Restaurant Bakery, PJ Willahan's Pub and Restaurant, Collegeville Italian Bakery Pizzeria Napolitana, Jimmy G's Railroad House, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, and Klingers on Carsonia for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners, but don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today. The Helping Company is a proud naming rights sponsor for the Hall of Famer Stadium area at First Energy Stadium, and a presenting naming sponsor of 5 firework nights this season. The Helping Company is a locally owned family business with over 20 years of experience, offering free roof inspections and storm damage repairs, plus so much more. Give them a call today at 610-234-2210 for your roofing needs, or visit their website 24/7 at thcexteriors.com. The Helping Company, your local roofing specialist.
81 and sunny here in Reading, Pennsylvania. Fans, we've got a night of baseball coming up for you shortly. Let's go over a little bit about what's happening down on the field today. First game since 2019. We've got 2 amazing affiliate matchups tonight. We've got, for the Fightin' Phils on the mound, Ethan Lindo, who is the number 25 prospect in the Phillies organization. He's going to be lights out today for sure. Manager Sean Williams was talking earlier about how much he's improved over quarantine and how much he's really got his control of all of his pitches, added a couple other aspects to them, and I think he's going to be a force on the mound today. As of note, probably Reading is going to be piggybacking their pitches, so we may see Julian Garcia out of the pen pretty early on. That's something that all of the Phillies affiliates have been working on to flesh out better who's going to be a good starting pitcher, who's going to come out of the bullpen, and really giving pitchers the opportunity to feel both sides of that, get comfortable with both sides of that, so that they are better use in utility and they can fill in roles whenever they need to fill in roles. And the same
Reservists
goes for
or
position players.
veterans
If you notice on the Phillies
of that
roster, there's
branch,
only
please
one
stand
outfielder
and be
listed.
recognized. Again, please
But
stand
the
and be
infielders
recognized when I
definitely
call
take
out your
positions
branch.
in the
Okay,
outfield
starting
as
on the
well
first
as in the
base
infield.
side,
A lot of them are great
Army. Everyone
utility
from
guys, and
Army,
manager
please
Sean
stand and
Williams
be
has noted
recognized.
that the more versatility for these players, the better, and they have a better chance of making it up to the big leagues if they
Next we
become
have
versatile. As we all know,
Marine Corps.
in the Phillies organization, players move around a lot, so that'll be a big deal
Thank you, Marine Corps.
for the Phillies.
Next we have Navy.
Our lineup today, batting
United
first,
States Navy.
Archimedes Gamboa. He's going to be playing short. If you were a fan in 2019, you saw
Next we
Gamboa
have the Air
back
Force.
on
Air
the field in
Force.
Reading. Daniel Brito, our second baseman for the night, Matt Bierling.
And
He's out in center
the
field.
Coast
He's that listed
Guard.
outfielder.
Coast Guard.
And behind the plate is Rodolfo Duran, who's
And
another
the 6
top
and 5 side
prospect
honors the great state of
for the
Pennsylvania.
Phillies. McCarthy Tatum out in left field. Madison Stokes over at
Ladies and
first
gentlemen,
base.
a round of
You'll see
applause
him
for all
kind of all
members
over
of
the
the United
field
States
this season.
military and
Dalton
classified
Guthrie over at
veterans,
third base.
reservists,
And
and
if you
active
recognize that
duty.
name, it's because he
Let's
is
go
the
wrap
son of
up
Mark
this
Guthrie,
portion of our
that
opening
famous
round
Twins
festivities.
pitcher. Matt
We
Kroon
again
over in
thank
right
our
field.
elected
And
officials for
Luke
being
Miller
here.
is going to be the
Council,
designated hitter for the
Mayor
Titans
Reagan,
tonight.
Reagan Stadium
On the mound
Commission.
for the
Thank you all
SeaWolves,
for your
Paul
participation
Richin.
tonight,
He
and
is
back to you, James.
going to be their starter. He is making his AA debut out of the University of San Diego. He was brought in by the Cubs in the second round of 2018, but was traded over to Erie last year, or actually 2019. How many times am I going to make that error before? Riley Green is going to be leading things off for the SeaWolves. He's probably their top prospect coming into the season. Ryan Kredler is going to be second, playing shortstop. Third, Yariel Gonzalez, the designated hitter, and in that number 4 spot, Drew Ward, the third base. Josh Lester over at first. Jacob Robinson out in right field. Juan Centino behind the plate. Dylan Rosa out in left field. And Cole Peterson rounding out that number 9 spot in second base. We are going to take a short break while we get everything set up here at First Energy Stadium, but we will be right back shortly to talk some more baseball with you.
The Seidel Auto Group Deck Picnic appeals to both die-hard and casual fans with a summer picnic-like and fun tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir as the area is situated directly in prime home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular game tickets are $29 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit Bytons.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Enjoy the ultimate season ticket package with the Riverfront Federal Credit Union VIP Club season membership. Benefits of the VIP Club include a padded seat bottom and back, exclusive entrance which opens 10 minutes early with immediate access to your seats, special tickets with your name and a voucher for a hot dog, soda, and a bag of chips at each game, plus 2 VIP Club pregame cocktail parties each season. What are you waiting for? Join the Riverfront Federal Credit Union Fightin' Phils Season Ticket VIP Club membership today.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit Bytons.com to sign up for this free email newsletter. The Baseball Town Insider. Stay in the loop and become a member today.
We're back here at First Energy Stadium for the first game of the 2021 season. That's your Fightin' Phils taking on the Erie SeaWolves. A beautiful sunny day, 81 degrees here in Reading, Pennsylvania. We've got a slight wind blowing. Right now it's from right to left, but I believe it's supposed to change coming in from the ballpark center field to home plate. This is notably a hitter's ballpark because the wind usually pushes out towards the right field wall, and we've seen a lot of home runs in our high school games recently because of that strong wind coming up in the spring. But today we'll see how it goes. Mild. We did have reports of thunderstorms on the radar from EPAWA earlier, but it seems like it's breaking up. It's beautiful here in Baseball Town, and we have a lot to look forward to matchup today between Paul Richin of the Erie SeaWolves and Ethan Lindo of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Coaching staff for the R Phils: Sean Williams at the helm. In his second season, he managed the R Phils to an 80-52 record in 2019. They made a playoff push but didn't make it too far. Tyler Henson, second year as the hitting coach. Brad Bergeson joining the R Phils as the pitching coach. He's a local from York, so I know he's really enjoying his time here and kind of knows his way around. Chris Terrian, first season as the athletic trainer. Kenny Mantanane, the strength and conditioning coach, in his fourth season. And Norulius Martinez, he's going to be helping out, especially with our catchers for this year. The Erie SeaWolves field staff for the season: Arnie Bellier, the manager; Adam Melhuse, the hitting coach; Mark Johnson, pitching coach; Tony Smith, the developmental coach; Chris Vick, the athletic trainer; Phil Hart, the strength and conditioning coach; and Alex Osiskowski is the bullpen coach. You'll see a lot of times on the roster that there is one player coach who's functioning in the bullpen, and that's really just dependent on how many catchers are on the roster. Our Phils have 3, and the Erie SeaWolves have 2 on their roster. Lots going on here at First Energy Stadium for the opening night. 6-game series against the Erie SeaWolves. That's how it's working this year in all of minor league baseball. 6 games on from Tuesday through Sunday. Mondays off, and 10 series at home and 10 on the road for this season. So, 5 at home and 5 on the road. So it's going to be an eventful season. Lots of moving parts, and the Fightin' Phils are happy to start the season at home, and they will end the season on the road in late September. No playoffs this year. That's a new rule with minor league baseball. We're not sure if that's just a COVID year or if that will be sticking around. And one thing to notice, the main difference you'll see in AA baseball this year is the one rule that minor league baseball is testing out. Each league has a different thing that they're testing out, but in minor league baseball, for the AA, it is going to be no infielders on the outfield grass for the first half of the season. Half whenever that being, because the seasons aren't broken into halves anymore. So we'll see when they decide to turn that off. But a lot of teams like to do pretty big shifts with their scouting reports and everything that they've got analytics-wise nowadays. So it'll be interesting to see how much minor league baseball tries to control that shift in the AA Northeast, especially with them not being allowed to step back on that outfield grass edge. And there is rumors that in the second half of the season, they'll have to keep 2 infielders on the first base side and 2 infielders on the third base side at all times. Not exactly sure how they'll be monitoring that over at second base, but we'll see then when we get to it. Here in Baseball Town, beautiful skies, lots of fans in the ballpark. If you're joining us at home or on the road, we thank you so much for tuning in to our broadcast. And we are super excited. Keep the comments coming. Appreciate all of you telling me we need to fix our audio. It's our first year with this new setup, so we're happy to make adjustments on the fly, and we're just trying to work with you guys to get the best stream as we possibly can. So we appreciate all you commenting in. Let us know where you're listening from. Let us know how long you've been a fan. We'll try to respond to those throughout the night. So just keep them coming, and thanks for joining us so much. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be back shortly here on the Fightin's Radio Network.
PA Virtual Charter School is a proud 2021 partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and a presenting sponsor of 5 fireworks nights this season. Pennsylvania Virtual Charter School is a public cyber charter school that opened its doors on September 4th, 2001. PA Virtual provides personalized education for over 2,000 students from diverse backgrounds across the Commonwealth. We pride ourselves on a dynamic partnership with our families, our experienced teaching staff, and their instructional use of a rich, research-based curriculum, and our innovative use of technology to meet the educational needs of our students. For more information on how PA Virtual Charter School can help your child, visit us today at pavcsk12.org. PA Virtual Charter School looks forward to seeing you at their 5 Reading Fightin' Phils fireworks shows in 2021. Go Fightin' Phils!
Looking for a place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightins game? Look no further than Geico Funland. Geico Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini putt golf, ring toss, and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next R-Phils game at Geico Funland. And thanks to Pete Shaw, your local Geico insurance agent, located at 2733 Paper Mill Road, Suite X3 in Wyomissing.
All right, here we go. Mayor Eddie Moran, ceremonial first pitch. Hey, there you go. Thank you, Mayor Moran. Joe has the ball for you. We have a game ball for you. And next, it is tradition to always have our King of Baseball Town throw out a ceremonial first pitch. This gentleman was the King of Baseball Town for 2020, so he gets to be the King of Baseball Town for 2 years. He's the King of Baseball Town 2021. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Greg Edge. All right, Edger, there you go, Mr. King.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at First Energy Stadium as we get set up for the Reading Fightin' Phils taking on the Erie SeaWolves here in Reading, Pennsylvania. First pitch is taking place. The ceremonial first pitch is taking place, I should say, with Greg Edge, the King of Baseball Town. In 2019, he never got to throw out his ceremonial first pitch back in 2020, so we're pretty excited to have him back at the ballpark. He's been a loyal fan since his playing days here in Reading, and we're doing things a little bit differently right now. Tyler, why don't you tell the fans some of the different things we're doing at the ballpark to adjust for those COVID policies?
A little chuckle there from you as you saw yourself on the big screen for our Pepsi advertisement, but yeah, obviously a lot of things had to change for this season to be possible. Like you say, for the first pitch, unfortunately, there's no fan interaction on the field at all, just never breaching that player to fan connection, which obviously goes down to autographs and meeting with some of the players, which is some of the best aspects of the game. Hopefully, as we progress throughout this whole pandemic, we'll hopefully get to a better spot with that, but throwing the first pitch from right field seats, I believe, right?
Yeah, up by our pool area, which if you've been to First Energy Stadium, you know a very unique part of our park is we've got a pool out in right field. Which makes it interesting for the umpires to call home runs out there. But like Tyler was saying, we are having the first pitches out there. But we did just get an update from our governor of Pennsylvania, and he is opening things up as of Memorial Day weekend. So we are excited about being able to open things up further back at the ballpark and just have a return to normalcy for our fans and our communities, having a place where they can come in a really nice big outdoor venue and just be able like even to space out when we have a lot of people here. It's just a great way to come out and spend some time with your friends and your family.
Right, and just from looking at the crowd today, we obviously haven't had a pitch yet, so we'll see that energy once the game commences. But from what you've seen from the pros on national television to now, even with the 25% capacity or the third, whatever they're doing state-by-state basis, still feels just so much better than having empty seats. And especially here at this stadium where we can actually have a game going on, it's just great to see, and it feels, if you close your eyes and just listen to the sounds of the game, it sounds like this place is packed to the brim, and it's very exciting just to look around and see plenty of fresh faces.
Without a doubt, and that was one thing that we got to spend some time in our off season doing was we did host a bunch of local high school and travel team games here, and so we were able to have fans at the ballpark, and that was a really nice way to keep our community involved. We did have a really big matchup the other night. Two really great pitchers on the mound in a high school Berks County matchup that they were going for the playoffs, and we saw over 2,000 fans at the park there, so that was really nice just to hear, the crowd roar in a big moment. And we had our music operator here, so they were doing like the chants and things like that people get really into, and we were of course practicing our promos too, so we had some mascots and we were running our veggie races. So if you've been out to our ballpark, you know all of those fun things that we're doing, and we're definitely going to keep doing those throughout this rest of the season, and we look forward to being able to incorporate more and more of those that involve our fans like we typically do.
Yeah, and a prime example of it is 4 rows in front of us. We have one of our friendly mascots, Change Up, coming around the seats, greeting everyone. And yeah, you're right. I mean, those high school games really brought a great aspect of the crack of the bat and the roar of the crowd behind them. It had a lot of late game dramatics in a ton of the games that we did cover here. So it also put up a good product within the white lines. But there's no replacing the real thing. And now that our fills are back here, looks like the whole pitching squad is coming back down from the bullpen from watching Lindau warm up. And it's going to be exciting. I mean, the anticipation is here, and we can't wait.
Yeah, we're going to have some opening day ceremonies at the ballpark, you know, go a little bit more grander than we typically would, you know, at calling everybody out and doing our typical opening day routine involving, you know, the national anthem singer. Typically we would have everyone out on the field, but I believe we are going to do a little part in top of our concourse. We've made sort of a stage area to be able to host all those people that we usually have down on the field, put them in one little section. So we're making it work. We're making it work here in 2021. We know things are a little bit different, but we're happy to have you here, and we're happy to be back. And honestly, I didn't know if this day would come, but I'm glad we made it, and a lot to look forward to now. So we are about to start it here with the starting lineups and reserve players being called out to the field for the Erie SeaWolves. They are a Pennsylvania team with us, only a couple hours away. They were able to drive up the other night, and their radio broadcaster, Greg, is over in our visiting booth today, which is a nice sense of normalcy. We have about half of the league being able to go on the road, and half of the league is hoping to add that in the second half of the season. So as we are here at First Energy Stadium, we are going to tune you in to the PA announcer calling the players out to the line. We'll move on from the SeaWolves to the Fightin' Phils. We'll have the national anthem, and then we will return for you in a bit. Stay tuned.
The right fielder, number 3, Jacob Robson. Batting 7, the catcher, number 7, Juan Centento. Batting 8, the left fielder, number 25, Dylan Rosa. Batting 9, the second baseman, number 1, Cole Peterson. And warming in the bullpen, the pitcher, number 32, Paul Richon. And now, as a group, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the rest of the Erie SeaWolves. And now, brought to you by Golden Oaks Landscaping, here is the starting lineup for your Reading Fightin' Phils. Fightin' Phils manager, Sean Williams. Hitting coach, Tyler Henson. Pitching coach, Brad Bergeson. Coach Mary Luis Martinez. Athletic trainer Chris Terrian. Strength and conditioning coach Kenny Montanane. And now your Fightin' Phils starting lineup. Batting first, playing shortstop, number 7, Archimedes Gamboa. The second baseman, number 12, Daniel Brito. Batting third, the center fielder, number 38, Matt Beerling. Tonight's Sheets RBI guy, catching, number 19, Rodolfo Duran. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 13, McCarthy Tatum. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 15, Madison Stokes. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 4, Dalton Guthrie. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 6, Matt Cruz. Batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 2, Luke Miller. And pitching for the Fightin' Phils, number 44, Ethan Lindo. And now fans, your R-Phils reserves. Number 25, Mark Appel. Number 31, Andrew Brown. Number 5, Tyler Carr. Number 41, Joel Cesar. Number 17, Colton Eastman. Number 29, Ethan Ivanko. Number 28, Julian Garcia. Number 40, Kyle Logoski. Number 18, Jonathan Hennigan. Number 45, Jacob Hernandez. Number 23, Tyler Lehman. Number 30, James MacArthur. Number 55, Francisco Morales. Number 16, Austin Ross. Number 33, Zach Warren. Number 8, Colby Fitch. Number 3, Nick Matera. Number 10, Sal Gazzo. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 Reading Fightin' Phils. Tonight's Northeast League umpires are at home plate, Emil Jimenez. At first base, Stephen Jashinsky. And at third base, Kelvis Velez. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. We invite all active military and all veterans to please salute the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, as we gather together tonight with our families, friends, and community to celebrate opening night and the great American pastime of baseball, our thoughts and prayers are with all of our brave sons and daughters in the military serving abroad around the world, defending our American freedoms. We ask that you would all please join with us now in a moment of silence and in prayer for the safety of our brave servicemen and women. A moment of silence, please. Thank you. And now, our performer is located at the top of the main grandstand tonight. Please welcome the leader of the Uptown Band, Eric Koala, who will perform our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here at First Energy Stadium. I am Emily Messina, and I have Tyler Small with me here at First Energy Stadium in Reading. The national anthem and our tribute fireworks will set us up to begin the first game of the 2021 season. 607 days without professional baseball in Reading, Pennsylvania, as the coaches head out to the meeting at the mound. Tyler, what are your thoughts?
For lack of a better term, goosebumps. I mean, just listening to the players getting introduced once again, it just feels right. You know, it just feels great to have everyone back. 600 plus days without baseball should be a crime no matter what the cause is. So just very excited to be back here. I'm very excited for my first chance to call a game here in Reading, Pennsylvania. A lot of history here in the stadium, and I'm just so happy and honored to be a part of it.
Me too. I've heard a couple of times that I'm the longest tenured employee of the organization without having actually seen a game here at First Energy Stadium. I've now worked here for over a year.
It's what they call load management. You know, they want to make sure they don't burn you out too soon.
Ease me into it.
Yeah,
Ease
exactly.
me into it. Well, I'm glad we're back, and I'm looking forward to calling some baseball and spending some time with you all on the airwaves. I thank you so much for joining Tyler and I near and far. We are happy to have you with us, and we hope you can take a trip out to First Energy Stadium sometime this year. It's a really beautiful place. Game time temperature, 77 degrees here at First Energy Stadium. 8 miles per hour wind going from right field to left field. Typically known as a hitter's park, as I was saying earlier. So we'll see how that shakes out throughout the game. It does, hopefully, knock on wood, look like the thunderstorms are going to pass us by, but after the night last night we had with just torrential downpour, I mean, it didn't even seem like an end in sight. And then our groundskeeper, Dirt, he works his magic out there.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Dirt and the entire unit just went out there and made it seem like nothing happened overnight. I was worried when I returned back to my home seeing the downpour coming down, but thankfully no puddles. Looks like a 77-degree beautiful day as if nothing happened, and it's all thanks to them.
It's like they knew we needed a perfect night for opening day in Reading.
Absolutely.
And they
it's what
gave
we deserve.
it to us. Yeah, we deserve it after all this time. Oh my gosh.
So we'll see. So hopefully the dewiness in the air or the rain that kind of held us down keeps the ball in the ballpark, holds it down a little bit, and I know the pitchers will certainly be hoping for that because a lot of our upper tier prospects on this R-Phil's team are in the pitchers.
Right, we do have a lot of great pitching prospects here. We have 3 of them, I believe, on the top 30 prospects for the Fightin' Phils. Francisco Morales to that number 4 spot, Ethan Lindo, number 25, and James MacArthur, number 30. So we'll be able to see all of those guys out and about sometime this homestand. I know Morales is pitching tomorrow, but tonight we are starting with Ethan Lindo. He is out of Locust Grove, Georgia. He was drafted in the 5th round back in 2017 for $500,000. And he is panning out. So
yes.
Good for him, taking that and moving along with it. Just 22 years of age, that left-handed pitcher is facing a lineup pretty much of all lefties from the Erie SeaWolves, which I think was a huge reason why manager Sean Williams decided to start Lindo today, because he just has been on fire against left-handed batters.
Absolutely, and it goes down to something that he's talked a lot about working with in the offseason is that 12-6 curveball. It's in 70 scouting range, and it's got a lot of break to it, a great spin rate to it, and he'll use it to fall away from the left-handed bats. It's not going to be a pleasant day for anyone in this Erie lineup.
Oh my gosh, yes, he does induce a lot of swings and misses, and I was talking to him earlier about how he's worked on his command over the off-season. That's been such a focus of his, just trying to really nail the outside of the zones, induce some fly balls, induce some ground balls, but mainly go for the swing and miss. He knows that velocity is not his strong suit, and that's not his game, and that's not what he's trying to do out here on the mound. He's trying to put the ball in the spot that he wants and induce a lot of swings and misses.
Right, and he's got to get back to that strength that he has. A lot of pitchers, especially like him, that usually are prefer to see those left-handed bats in the box. They utilize that strength and fan them down in order, but trying to work against the righties worked in the benefit that he had a better batting average against with right-handed batters, batting .215 against them in the 2019 season, but it had lefties jumping up to .226, which is the highest of his career. So if he can go back to that strength that he has, utilize the curveball as a put-away pitch more, and gain that command of the fastball, we should be seeing the signs of him that we've seen earlier in his career.
And I just definitely find it so interesting because when we were talking to all of the guys on media day, just about, you know, what they did over the off season, how they tried to stay in shape, I just honestly feel like we are here seeing a whole new set of ball players. Like everybody we talked to, especially pitchers, were like, I added this to my repertoire, I added this, I changed this, I worked on my motion, I worked on my leg kick, I worked on my strength, I got up 2, 3, 4 miles per hour to my pitches. So I'm really interested to see how all of this plays out because I feel like we have the stats from previous years, but I feel like we're about to see a whole new Reading Fightin' Phils team.
You said it perfectly. I mean, we see these prospects lists, and they're so hard to pin down. It's impossible to put it down to a perfect science because it's not one. And I think especially after this hiatus, no minor league season, these players, if they didn't like something, they could completely scrap it. They had plenty of time to just start fresh, go right back to the drawing board, and we're going to see a lot of differences here. So obviously we have some of these upper tier prospects in the organization that we're looking out for, but it could be what you considered opening day, the last man on the bench, that could be the biggest standout for this season.
Definitely going to be an interesting start, but we are happy to be back here at First Energy Stadium as Riley Green steps into the batter's box. And here's the first pitch of the season coming in from Ethan Lindo, high in the zone for a ball. Riley Green is one of the top prospects in Erie and really overall in that Tiger organization. As the next pitch comes in by Lindo, fouled off the third baseline. First pitch coming in at 7:07 p.m. 2 minutes after a lot of time, I would say that we're off to a pretty good start.
Yes, I mean, with all the opening day festivities, it's tough to get that pinpoint first pitch 7:05 time down, but only a couple of minutes behind that. Pretty impressed by the on-field unit today.
Yeah, they got through all that pregame stuff pretty quickly, and we're able to get into some baseball. Here is the count now, 2-1 to Green. Lindo working quickly as he fires again, swung on by Green, and once again fouling it up into the stands. Who's going to go home with the first souvenir of the summer? We got some cheers over in the 67 club.
Thankfully, we had the umbrellas for a little bit of cover, I think, but might have surpassed that.
Green, a first-round draft pick. Overall pick number 5 in the draft back in 2019. He played professional ball in 2019. He spent time in 3 different leagues, the Gulf Coast, short season, and full season high A ball. As the count now full to Riley Green, Ethan Lindo getting the sign from Duran behind the plate. He fires a chopper off the bat of Green, goes by Lindo, picked up by Brito over at second, fires it on to first, and out number 1 of 2020 is made.
We are back. We are back. Yeah, that's a tough play to make right there. Nice on the run throw there to get it on. Always a tough play on a broken bat ground ball, but made it look like textbook, as if there was no time off.
And I think, honestly, Lindo made the right call not to go from that ball off the mound. I think just Brito had a better angle on it, and he was able to just slide over a little bit right behind second, pick it up, and throw it over to first. Lindo now facing Ryan Kredler, who's the shortstop today for Erie. First pitch coming in right in the middle of the zone for a strike. Here's the 0-1, it's low. Rodolfo Duran behind the plate today for the Fightin' Phils. Sean Williams said he is the team's #1 catcher. He is this everyday starter. Pitch swung on by Kredler up the third baseline for a foul ball. And then Colby Fitch and Nick Matera will be rounding out, filling in some games, giving Duran a break. They'll be able to get their reps too, but Duran is going to be that everyday starter, and rightfully so because he's number 19 on the Phillies prospect list. Pitch swung on by Kredler, fielded by Guthrie over at third. He sends it across the diamond for out number 2, and Lindo 2 up, 2 down quickly here in the top of the first.
Yeah, attacking the batters, letting them get some soft contact induced. And just to go back to your point about Duran, I think that it's really great. Obviously, you're going to have him at the top of the catching order, as you could say, with 3 on the lineup sheet, but not sure how long he will be here with all the 5 tools and how many eyes that are on him so far. So definitely good to keep everyone else ready.
Duran definitely on the younger side of this roster. Just 22 years of age as the first pitch comes into Yariel Gonzalez for a strike. And Lindo working pretty quickly here, attacking the batters, attacking the strike zone. And we talked to manager Sean Williams earlier. That's what he wanted to see out of Lindo. Now for a ball to count now 1-1 to Yariel Gonzalez. Lindo was the 2019 Phillies minor league pitcher of the year. He won that Paul Owens Award 2 years ago. So he's really set his sights on a great season to have here in AA ball. Here's the 1-1, a swing and a miss high in the zone, a 94-mile-an-hour fastball just grazing the top of the strike zone. And that's exactly what we're looking for out of the fastball from Lindo. Perfect command, perfect placement.
Yeah, really tunnels it well. Haven't really been able to see a difference in his arm angle when he goes to the off speed, but certainly hurling it today.
The 1-2, a short little pop-up from Gonzalez. Coming in is Kroon, going out as Stokes, but Kroon will call off him, make the catch for the final out of the top of the first. 3 up, 3 down go the Erie SeaWolves. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be right back here on the R-Phils Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin' Phils birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admissions tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through 3rd grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that bring together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business to support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit readysetreadberks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support. Flies by as Ethan Lindo gets those Erie SeaWolves batter to go down 1-2-3. I'm Emily Messina. I have alongside me Tyler Small, and we are heading into the bottom of the first here at First Energy Stadium on opening night in Reading, Pennsylvania. Thanks so much for joining us. Fans, we appreciate having you here, and we're about to see some R-Phils hitting. On the mound for the SeaWolves, Paul Richin, who is a great prospect for the SeaWolves. Paul is 24 years of age from Valencia, California. He comes from a trade over in 2019, so just really new to the Detroit Tigers organization. But we'll see what kind of stuff he has today as Archimedes Gamboa comes up to the dish. The first pitch from Richin on the corner of the strike zone, and he's starting things off with a strike. Here's the 0-1 to Gamboa. He swings on that, a high fly ball going deep to right center field, going back at the track, at the wall. A home run from Archimedes Gamboa.
What a way to welcome in the 2021 season. Gamboa, have yourself an afternoon.
I mean, people thought he was just coming back here, but he is here to make a mark this time. Wow, Archimedes Gamboa, second pitch the R-Phils have seen, and he takes it deep to right center field. I mean, could you ask for anything better?
I just want to say to the stupid broadcaster that thought that it would be keeping the ball in the ballpark today, that's obviously gone awry.
Oh my gosh, who said that earlier? Now we've got Daniel Brito up for the Fightin' Phils.
Yeah, Gamboa, excellent swing there, ambushing the fastball, the first one he saw in the zone, as this one gets fouled away, heading to the seats. There's a perfect swing on it, sent it right out to right center field. Couldn't ask for anything better. Everyone seemed to know it here in the crowd, right off the sound of the bat.
It was the crack of the bat that did it in. I mean, those wooden bats, they make a different sound when you make that right kind of contact, and he sent that one flying as Brito fouls off a pitch to make the count 0-2. A lot of lefties, righties, and switch hitters in the lineup for the Fightin' Phils. I would say that they have a really diverse set of tools on the lineup this year. I think just the way that they are able to diversify, and we were talking earlier about how Sean Williams wants to kind of make all of his players utility, I think is a really fantastic idea because of the way the Phillies organization works. They like to put people in different positions, and now Sean is able to set these guys up for success.
Absolutely. I mean, you can obviously see that when you get the roster and you only see one outfielder on the list. Obviously, people are going to have to play out of position, and I think it's best for the team, and I think it's best for their individual careers. The fact that they can flourish in another position. Think about how many of today's MLB stars that started off in a completely different position than they were coming up here in the minor leagues. So just giving everyone their best chance to kind of see more success on the diamond.
Brito fouls one back behind the plate. Richan working fast. Here's another one in the dirt. And the count now 2-2 to Daniel Brito. The SeaWolves went down 1-2-3 in the top of the first, and then a home run from Archimedes Gamboa makes it 1-0. Here in the bottom of the first, no outs as Brito chops that one up to second. Robson fields it by second base and sends it over to first for out number 1 here in the bottom of the first inning. Nice smooth play by Robson over on second. Excuse me, that's Peterson. A nice smooth play by Peterson over at second base, just able to shift over and make that easy play. Now It'll bring up the outfielder, Matt Vierling. The outfielder. That's what everyone was saying to him during media day. All of the media members were asking him, how's he going to do it? Is he going to run back and forth? And he's spent time at all different spots, so he is highly capable. But he did note how interesting it would be, not to have, just to have to kind of vibe with the other two outfielders out there every day as he chops one over the head of the shortstop, Kredler, and he's going back to the wall all the way to that Fulton Bank sign. He's going for 2. Is he going to go for 3? No, he's holding up a standing double for Matt Vierling. A great extra base hit off the back of Vierling. It just went right over the head of shortstop Kredler, who made a fantastic jump to try to get it, and then that ball just traveled in between the gap between center and left. And now the R-Phils have a base runner for that number 4 hitter in Rodolfo Duran.
Yeah, that one was roped right into the left center gap, traveled all the way back to the wall, and just like you said, I mean, obviously the sole outfielder here holds down a lot of center field, especially will be for this season. He had the Jets going around second, but wisely decided to hold it off.
Gamboa taking his spot in the right-handed batter's box. Richan looking back at Vierling, throws the pitch in the dirt for a ball. And manager Sean William rightfully holding him up. He's the third base coach, but he's now, you could see him squatting over there in that third base coach's box. He is ready to send Vierling home at any moment. 1-0 here, R-Phils in the bottom of the first inning. Popped it up by Duran. Coming in as the first baseman, Lester, but calling him off as the catcher, Centino. And that'll be 2 away for the R-Phils in the bottom of the first inning. Vierling on second base. And that will bring up McCarthy Tatum. Not to be confused with Tatum McCarthy. We don't want to get that wrong. He says people do it about 50% of the time, so we're going to try our best to be real good about getting all these guys' names the best we can. But I would say we have a pretty easy roster. We're pretty lucky, Tyler.
Yeah, for somebody that's been plagued with a lot of difficult names and butchering of pronunciations, I really appreciate the roster that I see in front of me today.
Here's the pitch by Richan, swung on a chopper off the bat of Tatum, but it goes foul.
Interesting thing about Richan that has kind of changed up his pitch mix to start. Obviously went 2 fastballs to Gamboa. Have not seen a first pitch fastball since then. It started a breaking ball to the next 4 batters, and wisely so.
Yeah, maybe a little sensitive to go back to that solo shot home run in his second pitch of after a year and a half of no baseball. Veerling on second. Tatum at the plate, the 0-1 count. Richin looking back. Now he gets the sign. Here's the pitch, another chopper off the bat, foul from Tatum. Behind the plate is Santino for the Erie SeaWolves. He's from Puerto Rico, 31 years of age, the oldest members of the SeaWolves roster, so he definitely has a lot of experience, which is what you're looking for in a catcher, especially with a roster of young guys. That's a great position to have experience in. Here's the 0-2 from Richin, another foul off the bat of Tatum, and now we're finally seeing an at-bat with a lot of pitches. We were moving pretty quickly before, but it's, Tatum is fighting his way through this one here and allowing other members of his squad to see some of the stuff that Richin has.
Yeah, you're so right. It really gives a different aspect to get some eyes on the pitch when you have a longer at-bat, see a weakness.
In the dirt. That one is 1-2. The count. Our Phils lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. They lead because of a solo shot off the bat of Archimedes Gamboa to right center field. Richin starting to slow down his momentum, trying to change up his rhythm. And he will strike out Tatum, who just really goes down looking. I mean, it came in at his knees, and I think he just knew it right away. But 1-0 the score here at First Energy Stadium. A solo shot off the bat of Gamboa puts the Fightins on top as we head into the top of the second. We're going to take a short break here at First Energy Stadium. We'll be right back.
Gear up for the Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at First Energy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
Just joining us, you missed an exciting first inning for the Phils. First of all, they got the SeaWolves to go down 1-2-3, and then a solo shot from the first hitter on the lineup tonight. Archimedes Gamboa just sent a bullet to right center field.
Absolute shot to one of the deeper parts of the park, as you mentioned before, not overly a pitcher-friendly park. A lot of balls sneak out of here, but that one was going out in pretty much all the ballparks here in the AA Northeastern League.
Ethan Lindo retakes the mound for the first batter. Drew Ward of the Erie SeaWolves. First pitch comes in for a ball. Lindo's been working pretty quickly. Now, we were talking a little bit earlier about that new AA Northeast rule as Ward pops one up. Coming across is Duran. He's going to call off Lindo, and he makes the catch for one away. So that's 4 up, 4 down for Lindo. Working pretty quickly here. But going back to what I was saying was we were talking earlier about that new rule in AA where the infield cannot be stepping on that outfield grass edge. And if you watch, the Fightin' Phils are pushing that to the utmost limit. I mean, those guys
Most
could not
teams
be
will
a
be.
hair closer to the outfield grass edge. I mean, if we're looking out there at Gamboa at short, I mean, to the naked eye, I guess, you know, the umpires on the corners are probably watching that. We've got Kelvis Velez over at third and Steve Jasinski over at first. Emil Jimenez is behind the plate as two quick balls come in to Josh Lester from Ethan Lindo. But just interesting to see, you know, teams are probably not too happy with that call because teams do focus on analytics and shifting a lot in the game, and it'll be interesting to see how teams take to that. And since it's going to be on both ends, it'll be a fair contest.
I agree, and I think that, for example, the Rays are going to be shivering if it starts to move up the rankings, you know, but it's very interesting. I'm personally a fan of it, and I think that it's going to bring more excitement to the game. You'll get more of those defensive highlights because, I mean, for example, back in the top of the first inning, when Gonzalez grounded out over to the right side of the infield, it wound up being a tougher play than I thought because I'm so used to seeing three infielders completely shifted to the right side of the bag.
Someone would have shifted over because of that. 2-2, popping it up is Lester, and that will go on the roof here at First Energy Stadium. Lots of balls up there. We know we had guys hanging signs and banners earlier, and they were just sending all the old used balls down, but never fear, we have a ton of fresh pearls here, as manager Sean Williams referenced earlier. Pitch is in the dirt. Now it's full to Lester. We probably opened, I would say, 15 to, oh no, probably more than that, maybe 20 dozen baseballs the other day just for batting practice alone. So these guys go through dozens and dozens of balls each game. If you think about all of the fouls, as we now have a second foul into the stands. Let's see who's going to get that.
Just missing the play there.
Getting a boo call.
A dad, yes. Son right next to him. Hopefully he gets the benefit of the doubt from the fan. Looks like it will happen. Great to see.
Good souvenirs over there. And here is the pitch from Lindo. The 3-2. It's outside, and he will put his first runner on in the top of the second. 1-0 the score in favor of the R-Phils off that solo shot from Gamboa. Here in the top of the second, we've got one away and bringing up Jacob Robson, the right fielder for the SeaWolves. Robson, a lefty batter, which is the favorite to pitch to from Lindo.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll step into that batter's box. Lindo looking over at Stokes on first base, but instead he'll go home right on the corner for a strike.
And I wonder if the idea of Lindo here and his pitching really aggressively into the zone is the fact that there's probably going to be a short leash, not just on him, but everyone in this pitching staff. You talked about in the pregame that there's going to be a piggyback going on sooner rather than later, so you might as well make the most of your pitches while you're out there.
Pitch comes in outside for 1-1. Yeah, when we were talking to the guys earlier, they were telling us about how the Phillies have told them they're going to ease them back into this. You know, a lot of guys haven't faced actual competition in over, a year and a half. Some guys did get the opportunity to go to the winter leagues, but not all of the guys. So they're going to keep people on a short leash. They're not going to extend them far. Probably will not see any complete games, at least for the first part of the season. But you never know. You never know when a guy gets into a groove. But I think for the most part, the managers on both sides are probably going to be playing things safe here. 1-2 the count from Lindo. Steps onto that first base side of the rubber, looks over at Stokes, looks back, fires in the dirt. A nice block by Duran.
Yeah, and you talk about Winter League, a lot of players taking that extra leap during the 2020 year to go to some foreign places even. A lot of players on this R-Phils team, and even Jacob Robson, who played in Australia throughout the 2020 season, got 12 games out there, and there's nothing that can replicate real game reps. And to take a leap of faith like that, especially during the pandemic, I really commemorate and really think that shows how they like the game.
A rocket off the bat of Robson, and it just gets over the fence in left field just really quietly. A line drive bullet off the fat of Jacob Robson. 2-run shot.
Yeah, If you could see a camera on our faces, we are perplexed as well.
That was the quietest home run I have ever heard. Not one fan made a peep.
Yeah.
You would have not known that left the ballpark at all. But, I mean, that was a bullet. I can't imagine the exit velo off that. I wish we had the stats for that because that was a line drive that just went right over the outfield wall. 372 out there. That's pretty deep.
Excuse me, Homer. Upstairs fastball out of the zone, 93 on the gun from Lindo. And Robson in a 2-strike count, no leg kick, just really flicked the hands, shows the strength of the forearms there, and shoots it over the 372 mark out in left field. You're right. It was an impressive swing there.
That will bring up Juan Santino, the catcher, for the SeaWolves. It's now a 2-1 ball game. All the runs being scored off home runs so far in this contest. A solo shot from Gamboa, and now that 2-run home run from Jacob Robson, scoring John Lester, who got there on a walk. So the first two to make a mark on Lindo so far. The count now 2-1 to Santino. Another lefty in the SeaWolves lineup. And the park is really quieted down right about now. A foul ball off the bat of Santino. That foul ball is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Insurance Fraud Prevention Authority. Only weasels commit insurance fraud. Don'tBeAWeasel.com today.
It's an important life lesson to take home.
Don't be a weasel, everyone. That's a memorable foul ball sponsor, I think.
That's a good one.
That one will stick with you. A swing and a miss from Juan Santino, and he'll go down swinging here as Lindo puts himself back in the game. 2 away now in the top of the second. And that will bring up Dylan Rosa. 2-1 the score here in favor of the Erie SeaWolves. In the bottom of the first, a home run off the bat of Archimedes Gamboa, and now a home run from Jacob Robson scoring Lester makes it 2-1. 2 away though here in the second. First pitch coming in from Lindo in the bottom part of the strike zone, but called a ball by Emil Jimenez. Swing and a miss once again from Lindo. So he still is getting those swings and misses, but just missing his command on a couple of pitches has put him down here.
Yeah, I mean, the first strikeout of the day coming in that last at-bat. Finally got the breaking ball to fall out of the zone. That looked like an outside fastball. Maybe had a little bit of tail to it as a, swing by Rosa caught him really off balance.
He definitely gets more spin rate up in the zone, which I think can lead to a little bit more swings and misses as he once again goes for that high-powered fastball up in the zone and gets another strikeout from Lindo as the inning comes to a close, but not before a home run off the bat of Jacob Robson. Scores 2, 1 hit, 2 runs, no errors, and no one left on base for the SeaWolves. 2-1 as we head into the bottom of the second inning. Stick with us and watch our Arphils make a comeback here on the Arphils Radio Network.
What does it mean to bank locally with Tompkins? It means keeping your money in your community with a team of neighbors to guide you through big decisions and milestones. Plus all the convenience of our mobile app where you can manage your account, deposit checks remotely, send money to family and friends, even turn your card off if it gets misplaced, then back on when you find it. Ready to bank locally with the team at Tompkins? Visit Tompkins Vist Bank online or at a branch to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión is an initiative of MILB which creates alternate identities for teams across the country wishing to better reach out to their Latino communities. The new identity represents more than a luchador. Luchar means to fight for, and luchador translates to fighter. But it also signifies a specific type of fighter, a masked wrestler. The mask logo pays tribute to some of the most notable elements of the city of Reading. Embodied in the luchador's masks is Reading's pagoda, surrounded by 23 sun rays representing the Latin American countries and Puerto Rico. Down the bridge of the nose is Reading's fire tower. Home plate serves as a luchador's mouth, with First Energy Stadium's facade creating the upper lip. Below the chin are train tracks, symbolic of the historic Reading Railroad. And along the side are baseball seams, a nod to Baseball Town's rich history. Fans can look forward to the Our Phils players suiting up in Los Luchadores de Reading caps and jerseys on specific games throughout the season. Fans, we're back here at First Energy Stadium. 2-1 the score in favor of the SeaWolves, but the Fightin' Phils look to get back into it as they send Madison Stokes to the plate. He'll foul off the first pitch in the bottom of the second inning. Richard's still the pitcher for the SeaWolves. And once again, that infield is about as close as you can get to that outfield grass edge. The 0-1 comes in a strike on the bottom part of the zone to make it 0-2, a 91-mile-an-hour fastball right at the knees of Stokes. Richard working quickly, and Stokes able to get a little bit of a piece of that one as it dribbles outside the plate. No bad boys or bat girls allowed at the ballpark for these starting months here because of COVID. So you'll every so often you'll see one of the players in the reserve section running out, grabbing that red helmet that the bat boys usually do, and getting a foul ball, getting a bat.
I was just going to say, it's number 23, Taylor Lehman, that is, been coming out of the dugout a lot so far. And I was going to say, either we did get a bat boy and he is a better athlete than I'm used to here at First Energy Stadium.
Pitch coming in right at the knees, a strike call from Emil Jimenez, and I think Stokes was a little bit confused there at that call. He kind of hesitated and then slowly, dejectedly walking back to the dugout. But getting to see some pitches here from Richin brings up Dalton Guthrie for the Fighting Phils.
Back-to-back backwards Ks here by Richin, and it's because he's pitching him backwards, finishing him off with a fastball again, has good velocity on it, coming off a hard slider as he starts off with a 83-mile-an-hour slider out of the zone.
Guthrie, the third baseman for this evening. Here's the pitch from Richin. A chopper foul hits him in the shin and rolls away as Jimenez goes and picks that one up for the Fightins, tossing it back into the dugout. If Guthrie is sounding familiar to you, it's because you've probably heard of Mark Guthrie, who was an elite pitcher for the Twins. Elite to say the least. As the 1-1 comes in from Paul Richin. Another chopper, this time off of home plate from Guthrie, and that one will bounce foul as the count now moves to 1-2. Mark Guthrie earned a World Series ring back in 1991 with the Twins. So definitely a memorable moment for him, and probably for Dalton to be able to have that relationship with his dad as he hits one off the end of the bat, going back into right field, but at the wall, Robson able to make the catch. That one came off the bat the same way as it came off the bat back when Robson hit that home run just so quietly. And then it really started to carry, but the wind is not pushing in that direction right now, and just shy of another home run.
You got it right away. I mean, crowd got excited, and they always do when a fly ball goes out, but you heard the sharpness of the wood almost. I could tell it was off the end. It didn't get the barrel. Just missed it by a couple of feet.
And quickly, Kroon swings on one, driving it into center field. It goes high, it comes down. Calling it off is the center fielder, Riley Green, and a quick inning for the Fightin' Phils as they go down 1-2-3. 2-1 the score as we head into the third inning. We're going to take a short break here at the Our Phils Radio Network. Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to a ball game every Sunday home game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Classic Harley-Davidson. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50 when purchased in advance. Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at First Energy Stadium. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Are back here at First Energy Stadium. 2-1 the score in favor of the Sea Dogs. A pair of home runs. One from Archimedes Gamboa back in the first, and one in the second from Jacob Robson. Busy night here at First Energy Stadium. We've seen a lot of balls fly as the wind is now starting to pick up here at the ballpark, but still a beautiful night here at First Energy Stadium. Nothing more you can ask for opening night, I don't think, in a COVID year anyways.
Perfect. I mean, I always like to say if you can walk outside and don't feel anything, that's a perfect weather. You know, today is that perfect day. You walk outside, you still feel like you're inside. And we're watching great baseball so far. 2-1 ball game. Exactly what we wanted to see.
The number 9 hitter for the SeaWolves will lead us off here. Ethan Lindo heads back to the mound and starts off Cole Peterson with a ball. Here's the 1-0, swing and a miss, a high velocity fastball up in the zone, 89 miles per hour. We've seen him kind of range 87, 89 with that fastball, but we did see it top out 94, I believe was the highest that I've seen so far. As the pitch once again comes up a little too high in the zone to make it 2-1.
Yeah, you hope that's planned. You know, sometimes some of the best pitchers can pick and choose when they want to get those couple extra miles per hour, put 100% in the tank for that fastball. That one paints the outside corner for a strike.
That was good framing there by Duran on the outside corner, and that kind of proves the kind of catcher that the Philly organization believes that he is. Getting that extra stuff, getting those extra calls when you can. Chopper off the bat of Peterson, but it's right to where Daniel Brito is standing, and one away here as Lindo hopefully settles back into a routine.
It's a perfect way to start it. Now as he welcomes in Green to start the order, who did the same thing to lead off this game on a broken bat. Soft chopper over to second base.
Here's the pitch from Lindo on the outside corner. Duran couldn't paint that one a strike this time. But one away here in the top of the third inning, 2-1 the score in favor of the SeaWolves, as Lindo looks to get back into his routine and shut down the Erie batters again as Duran gets this call on the outside corner of the plate. EPA-WA Weather Consulting, a source for public and private forecasts in PA, New Jersey, Delaware, and northern and eastern Maryland. Here's the 1-1 foul ball off the bat of Pearson. EPA-WA is what we use and what our groundskeeper uses to get the forecast, get the right information, and that's how he knew that we would be able to, have the rain that we needed to keep the grass on the field healthy, but not too much that we needed to tarp the field or anything like that. And that weather forecast really helps us out in tough times.
Absolutely. I mean, for people like Dirt working on the field, it means a lot more than us who just want to see baseball every night.
I'm like, is it hot? Is it warm? Is it sunny?
Exactly. It means a lot more for them keeping this diamond perfect.
Duran looking to get the call on the outside of the zone there, but Jimenez does not budge as it's now full. One away here in the top of the third inning. SeaWolves lead 2-1 over the Fightins. Here's the full count pitch from Lindo after he gets the signs from Duran. A swing and a miss. And the third strikeout of the day for Ethan Lindo.
90 miles an hour on the outer half, right on the black of the plate. I mean, perfectly placed pitch. Got beat by the fastball on that. Just trying to save me swing there. and just perfectly done. A huge bounce back inning for him.
Ryan Kredler now making his way into that right-handed batter's box. Guthrie over at third coming a couple steps in. First pitch on the outside part of the plate, 1-0 the count. Kredler grounded out to third base in his first at-bat, so still looking for his first hit of the 2021 season. Here's the pitch from Lindo. It's in the dirt, 2-0 the count. 2-1 the score here at First Energy Stadium. SeaWolves leading the Reading Fightin' Phils. First baseball game of the 2021 season. We're glad you're joining us. I'm Emily Messina, and alongside me, Tyler Small. As Kredler fouls one off into the stadium over there. I see a couple fans holding up those fleece blankets. I think it's a little warm for them. But
yeah,
still a cool giveaway.
I agree. Thankfully, it's something you can take home for when you get back in the AC to cuddle up with.
Gotta flex if you can. A strike call from Jimenez behind the plate. 2-2 as Lindo has now worked his way back into this at-bat. It was 2-0 to start, and he's really fighting here, getting those swings and misses, and 3 strikeouts now so far. 2-2 low in the zone. A nice block there by Duran behind the plate.
Nearly got strikeout number 4 there with a backdoor slider that just missed. Good hold there, Kredler.
Lindo has worked in the past with pitching coach Brad Bergeson. So they have a really great relationship, and they're excited to be on the roster together in Reading as Kredler sends a shot into center field. It's bouncing off the wall. Kroon and Vierling were not able to get it, and Vierling picks it up, throws it back into center field. And they bring that ball back into the infield as a stand-up double off the bat of Ryan Kredler keeps the SeaWolves alive here in the top of the third.
Yeah, Kredler just simply put there, fastball in the inner half, inside-out swing, shot it over to the right center gap. One hopper off the wall. The ball really is carrying today, as that was another one that definitely knew it was going to be a gapper, but didn't think it'd be a short hop off the base of the wall.
We said hitter's park. It's a hitter's park.
Yep.
That will bring up Ethan Lindo, still on the mound for Reading. Kredler taking a lead off of second base. Fightin' Phil's infielders ready for the pitch. 2-1 the score here. SeaWolves on top in the top of the third, but 2 away as Lindo tries to get out of this without anything giving up, as Kredler taking a big lead off of second base, and Lindo just stepping off of the rubber over there, trying to focus on the batter. He seems to not really care about the lead.
Good pitch there out of the zone for a swing and a miss. Ethan Ivanko, the first R-Phil up in the bullpen. We mentioned earlier it's going to be a piggyback day. We're going to go lefty to lefty. It looks so far, but just for now, Lindo looking to get out of this inning.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Lindo looking back. He fires home, and it's high. A nice grab by Duran, not letting the ball get past him. Certainly don't want to allow the runner to move over on a free pass.
Yeah, and Kredler doing a good job behind, really dancing, making Lindo uncomfortable, forcing him to go to the slide step, which he hasn't had a ton of success with so far. Well, he also hasn't had to do it a lot yet, but definitely a part of the mind games for sure.
1-2 the count as the pitch comes in the dirt. Once again, the count now 2-2 as Lindo's kind of falling away from the hot start of the at-bat. He led things off 0-2. Started this inning off with a strikeout, with a ground out, then another strikeout, and now he's really struggling for that third out here. He and Duran are trying to get on the same page with the signs. You see him shaking him off. And now the 2-2, a foul ball, just trickles back into the backstop that netting behind home plate. Our Phils have extended their netting a little bit for the season and now goes all the way up first and third base through the 67 club and over the dugout suite on the first base side, just trying to keep fans a little bit safer and in those big group areas where you might be sitting at a picnic table not always facing the field. Want to make sure that if you're not paying attention, you are protected in all of those moments. Here's the 2-2. He gets him on the outside corner. Emil Jimenez rings up Gonzalez for the final out of the top of the third inning, and Lindo gets away unscathed after giving up a stand-up double to Ryan Kredler. 2-1 the score here. SeaWolves lead the Our Phils. We'll be right back on the Our Phils Radio Network. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Betanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Here at First Energy Stadium, thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited to have you here, and a special thanks to our opening night sponsors, Pennsylvania Health, St. Joseph's, PA Cyber, Carpenter, Feasers, Pepsi, our 2021 season presenting sponsor. We thank you so much for joining us as a bullet off the bat of Luke Miller is out of here. Luke Miller swings on the first pitch and sends one into the left field picnic area. Oh my, you heard that one right off the bat.
Welcome to Double-A baseball, Luke Miller. He sends his first as our Phil, obviously. Highest level so far was Single-A, so breaking camp with the Double-A roster and makes the most of the first pitch he sees so far.
That one just a bullet off the bat. Luke Miller, he was originally selected by Minnesota in the 31st round, but he chose to go to Indiana University, give himself more time to prep. Miller is 24 years of age, so a little bit on the older side of the roster, and that extra time in college ball paying off here as he is ready for Double-A now. 2-2 the score as Luke Miller ties it up with a solo shot to left field, and that'll bring us back to the top of the Phillies order with Archimedes Gamboa, who also hit a solo shot in the bottom of the first.
Gamboa might have got beat there in terms of distance. They both count the same, 2 solo shots, but that was an absolute bomb for Miller.
Here's the 3-0 count from Paul Richin, who finally gets a strike call on the outside corner from Jimenez. And we'll see if that rattles Richin at all, now giving up 2 home runs and evening the score here at First Energy Stadium. He'll even the count. He'll make the count full now to Gamboa, who is battling here a solo shot in the first. Let's see if he can make it 2 for 2 in the first game of the 2021 season. Pitch comes in high above the jersey letters, and Gamboa will take first. Richin not able to retire a batter so far.
Definitely something to watch out for. 2 of the 3 home runs that Richin has given up so far have been to lead off the inning, so now unable to bear down there after the Gamboa home run, was able to get Brito to ground out. So with a walk coming off that solo shot, we'll see what happens here.
Here's the first pitch to Brito. He's able to send one to second. It's a 4-6-3 double play if you're writing that down in your scorebook. Peterson got that on a one-hop, shot it over to Kredler at second, and they fired it over to Lester to first. So Brito grounding into a double play to the second baseman for the second time so far this afternoon, and that will make two away now as we see Matt Vierling coming up. He had a stand-up double in the first inning, and we'll see how this plays out now, but Luke Miller able to even the score in the bottom part of the third inning.
Pitcher's best friend is that ground ball double play. Gets it on the first pitch, and it goes completely changes his inning there. Completely changes his outing. Went from
100%.
Could be a crooked number to now one more out, and it's just a one-run inning.
1-1 the count now to Matt Vierling. He's in that back part of the right-handed batter's box. Sets the bat up on his shoulder. Here's the kick, the pitch. Vierling sends one right into the same spot that he did before. He'll only get one this time as left fielder Rosa was a couple more steps to the right, and the ball was not able to reach the wall as it did before. But I mean, we've got those ad banners out there, and the first one hit the Fulton Bank sign, and Rosa had shifted over just slightly towards that Fulton Bank sign, and now Vierling with a single.
Yeah, really the ability to fire the hips, turn the hands around it, couple shots into shallow left field with a little bit of giddy up, not as much that time as you said to cut through, but still a solid single.
2-2 the score here at First Energy Stadium. Rodolfo Duran, that cleanup hitter, is now at the batter's box. Two solo shots from the Arphil bats, Archimedes Gamboa and Luke Miller. Matt Vierling out on first after a single. He's taking a short lead. Here's the pitch from Richin. Strike call from Emil Jimenez. And the count now 1-1. Now Richin, that righty pitcher, has his back to first base, so he can't quite see what Vierling's doing over at first unless he really turns, pretty much his whole body around. And he gets Duran to foul that one off. Count now 1-2.
Some big swings so far for Duran. Had his best power numbers back in 2018, trying to replicate that now. At 18 long balls, 17 doubles on the 2018 season, and he's looking for his first one to be a big one to start.
Richin will now turn around, look at Vierling, who's taken only one or two steps. He goes on the pitch, a swing right off the bat of Duran, but it will be right into the glove of Ward. He fires it over to first, but an error on Lester, who's not able to pick that one up. And both runners will now be safe on the corners. So what would have been an ending, easy ground ball to third base becomes runners on the corners here and an opportunity for the Arphils to take the lead.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really phenomenal play over there by Ward, just to get a stab on it, because that was a frozen rope over there to third base. And all the props there goes to Duran, hustling down the line, forcing
100%,
the envelope.
that's what we like to see.
Exactly, and it just sees that usually on a hard shot like that, you have plenty of time to get it across the diamond, but having to rush it just short hops it enough so that it's unable to get picked out of the dirt, and now runners on the corners with a chance to take the lead.
And I would say, too, it should be noted the takeoff that Vierling had over at first. I mean, he was pretty much already at second by the time Duran even made contact. So no hesitation on his end. 2 outs and you're going on contact. But, I mean, he was even before contact as Tatum up at the plate. And Richin throws a ball that doesn't even make it to the plate. Bounces before the plate. And you could tell he's getting a little bit rattled now.
They haven't run such a lost start of the game. I mean, everyone talks about bringing small ball back into it, and they just instantly go to bunting. I think it's such a better philosophy to get runners in motion, create that chaos, especially when you have standard positions once again this 2021 season without shifting. Makes it a lot easier and a lot more hectic for the defense.
Here's the pitch by Richin to Tatum. Slow. The count now 2-0. Runners on the corners. Matt Vierling over at third. Rodolfo Duran safe at first because of an error. 2-2 the score here. We're tied up in the bottom of the third inning. Fightin' Phil's looking to take the lead here with McCarthy Tatum in the batter's box.
Tatum a .345 batter with runners in scoring position and 2 away. Looking to add to that after a phenomenal 2019 season when it matters most.
3-0 the count to McCarthy Tatum. Richin does not want to load the bases here after giving up a solo shot. Then he thought he was back into it with the double play. Now he's got runners on the corners. Here's the pitch to McCarthy, and he walks him. Bases loaded here for the R-Phils. 2 away. Tie ball game. Exciting opening day at First Energy Stadium.
Exciting opening day. Richin unsure. It might just be a mechanical issue as it looks like we're going to get a mound conference here. Just back-to-back backwards Ks from McCarthy and now Stokes, who's coming into the box, and really no preference who you want out there based on the last at-bat. So we'll see. I mean, this might just be, like you say, a little bit of rattled, trying to get his feet back underneath him. We'll see what the idea here is now with the bases loaded.
We do have some action beginning now in the Erie SeaWolves bullpen. A couple guys out there stretching, getting ready to warm up here. We'll see. Looks like they're going to leave Richin in for a little longer, see if he can get himself out of this jam. As R-Phils, bases loaded here, 2 away, tie ball game, and the place is going wild. They know this is a big opportunity. Madison Stokes heads into the batter's box. He struck out in his first plate appearance, so he's still looking for his first hit of the 2021 season. Paul Richin on the mound. Here's the quick pitch, swing and a miss there by Madison Stokes. Matt Vierling over at third. Rodolfo Duran at second base. McCarthy Tatum walked over to first. And as the sun starts to set, the lights come on here at First Energy Stadium. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Swing there by McCarthy Tatum, and I can't believe Vierling able to hop over that one as a shooter down the third base line. I mean, a bullet just barely foul.
Stokes, 19 hits on 86 at-bats with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. That one right there, if it was a couple inches in fair, that's 2 or 3 runs easily. A shot down the line would have been trouble in the bullpen, looking for that same swing.
Here's the pitch by Richin. It's high. A nice pop-up there by catcher Centino behind the plate. Definitely don't want any rogue balls here. You don't want any easy run scoring. You certainly want to make the batters work for it here, as R-Phils on every base, taking nice leads here. 2 away, so you know they're running on anything.
Contact play is on and field at normal depth.
Here's the 1-2, a swing and a miss by Madison Stokes, and the R-Phils go down without adding any more runs, but not before they even the ball game off the bat of Luke Miller. 2-2 the score as we head into the 4th inning. Fans, we're going to take a short break, but you definitely don't want to miss out on any of this action. Stick with us here on the R-Phils Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient healthcare on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
And we're back here at First Energy Stadium. I'm Emily Messina, and alongside me, I have Tyler Small. Thank you all so much for joining us. We have an exciting ball game on our hands as we head into the fourth inning. The score is tied 2-2. Cornwall Manor is an active senior living, not-for-profit community in scenic Cornwall, Pennsylvania, outside of Lebanon. It's a unique and charming community nestled on a 190-acre wooden campus with many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. This is the Cornwall Manor fourth inning. And we have a pitching change now for the Reading Fightin' Phils. Ethan Avanko coming on for Ethan Lindo. So transition from one Ethan to another. Avanko, another left-handed pitcher, 25 years of age from Gilbert, Arizona, picked up as a free agent by the Philadelphia Phillies in 2018.
So that'll bring an end to the day for Lindo. 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk compared to 3 strikeouts. Only got 61 pitches, and that's kind of what we were expecting coming into this. Obviously not a incredibly long leash, especially coming off such a long hiatus, so just getting them some game reps, no need to tax the arm on opening day.
Right, we talked earlier about how this was going to be a piggyback start. We weren't sure who's going to come in second, but we knew it wasn't going to be a long day for anyone. First pitch of the inning for Ethan Avanko, he gets Drew Ward to ground out to first base, and a quick out here in the top of the fourth inning. Ethan Avanko just coming in and settling in very quickly.
Yeah, trying to get ambushed to start as Ward just going after that first pitch fastball a little bit too far inside. Probably would want to take that swing back if he had a chance for it. He might have broke the lumber there as well.
And that will bring up Josh Lester for the SeaWolves. Avanko working very quickly here as he gets a strike call on the top part of the zone. We've seen that with the Fightin' Phils pitchers working quickly, both of them. Avanko kind of has a lean down, a high kick, and he'll induce a swing and a miss from Lester.
Avanko played with 2 teams in 2019, Clearwater and Lakewood, and throughout that posted a 1.61 ERA over 67 innings pitched.
2-2 the score here at First Energy Stadium. Very, very exciting twist of events. 2 solo shots, one off the bat of Gamboa, one off the shot of Luke Miller, and a 2-run home run from Robson back in the second makes the score tied if you're just joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad to have you here. A chopper off the bat of Lester. It goes right to Brito at second base, and he'll put that over to first as he's been a busy guy over at second base.
Yeah, certainly a lot of contact here coming on the lefty-on-lefty matchup. I'm sure coming into this, Brito knew that it was coming his way.
Probably knew he was going to have a busy day.
Yep.
Cornwall Manor has a continuum of care, starting with independent living through skilled nursing care. You can create your lifestyle and continue to live life as you want, but with an added peace of mind knowing healthcare is available when needed. Jacob Robson stepping into that lefty batter's box now for the SeaWolves, showing signs of bunt, and Guthrie over there ready at third base. You saw him playing kind of in and ready to pop up if needed. 2 away here in the top of the fourth. Avanko working quickly now as the count 1-1. The Pines at Cornwall Manor feature 30 new single-style homes with 2-car garages and great rooms. They're now taking reservations for their newest neighborhood of homes at the Pines. Cornwall Manor is the new nature of senior living. Well, Tyler, it sounds pretty good to me. They've kind of got me going here.
They've got me sold. I definitely can agree with that.
Independent living, they've got a wide range of house sizes and bedroom apartments. You get any kind of care that you need. I mean, sign me up.
Yeah,
sign
right?
me up. Sounds wonderful. Lebanon, Pennsylvania is probably like nice and peace and quiet.
Certainly a better living situation than I think I have going right now.
Still in the college dorm life, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yes,
Here's
I
the
am.
pitch from Avanko, comes in low. And the count now 2-2. But if you want any more information about Cornwall Manor, you don't have to trust us. You can go to www.cornwallmanor.org. Here's the pitch by Ivanko. Grazes the outside of the zone, and Robson is just caught looking as he's run up by Jimenez behind the plate. 3 up, 3 down goes Ivanko. I would say that's a pretty good debut here for the 2020 season. We're going to come back with the 4th inning, bottom half shortly. Just take a short break here at the R-Phil's Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
We're here at First Energy Stadium. Fans, thank you so much for joining me on the radio, but if you want to see the game live streamed, you can watch the Philly Stars of Tomorrow today with MILB.TV. All your home and road games stream live. The only place to watch the R-Phils on your phone or computer is on MLIB.TV. Use promo code FIGHTIN'Phils at checkout to save $10 on a yearly subscription. Visit MILB.com for details. I've got one of those subscriptions, and I find it great to watch baseball in all my free time outside of baseball. That's what we do, isn't it, Tyler?
You're 100% right. We can't get enough of it, obviously, and we are just so grateful for it being back in our lives.
Dalton Guthrie will lead us off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Phillies looking to make some action here after leaving things away with the bases loaded back in the bottom of the 3rd inning. A missed opportunity for the R-Phils. But we will see if they've got anything to add to it here. 2-2 the score. We are tied in the bottom of the 4th inning. Paul Richan still on the mound for the Erie SeaWolves, and the wind's starting to pick up just a little bit, blowing from right to left field. But the temperature is still nice here in Reading, Pennsylvania. Here's the 2-1 from Richan to Guthrie, high in the zone above those jersey letters. R-Phils in those Throwback Tuesday royal blue uniforms with that typical R-Phils font script on the back and crisp white pants. Here's the pitch from Richan, a bullet off the bat of Guthrie. It's going to left field. It's going out of the ballpark as he sends a bullet to the left field picnic area. Same spot as Luke Miller. And we've got ourselves a ball game here, fans. Dalton Guthrie puts the R-Phils on top 3-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
We got ourselves some old-fashioned, new-fashioned, if you can say that. Just absolute hack there out to deep left center field. Just once again, back to back to back, each R-Phils batter has just outdone the last with their home run distance.
That one was definitely, probably on that. We got 4 rows of picnic tables out in left field, and that one was probably at the 4th row, I would say.
Perfect.
And if you're wondering how the runs have been scored at this ball game, Tyler, if any of you were just joining us, it's all home runs. These guys are putting it deep. They did not come here to play. They missed out on the season, and they are taking it back.
There was nobody in that 2020 hiatus that was thinking about being back at the ballpark and shooting a single to the other side of the field. They're thinking of taking it deep.
As Kroon fouls one up the third base side, and manager Sean Williams goes and fields that, and he'll throw it to a fan in the 67 club who's excited to go home with a souvenir today. (3-2) the score here, courtesy of Dalton Guthrie.
Guthrie back in his first at-bat, off the end of the bat when he had a great swing out to right field. Warning track power just a little short. You caught it early. It was off the end of the bat. This one definitely got the barrel.
1-2 as Kroon just chases that one high in the zone. 89-mile-an-hour fastball, and he'll go down swinging for the first out of the bottom of the fourth inning. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screens, printing, designs, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning shows Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mystery. Visit HighlineMerchandising.com. You ever seen Schitt's Creek, Tyler?
I have not.
Have not? Top show.
I know so little about it, actually. You actually had me turn my head pretty quick when I heard Schitt's Creek come out of your mouth.
Oh, my gosh. Well, they wrote it for me in the script, so I'm saying it on the broadcast.
Cover your ears, Mom. I'm sorry you had to hear that.
Oh, gosh. I think my grandma's listening, too. Luke Miller at the plate for the Fightin' Phils. He had a solo shot back in the third inning. He'll hit a line drive right into the glove of Ward over at third, and he'll be retired quickly here. I can't believe it's his only second at-bat of the game. But now we'll be back to the top of the R Phil's rotation. And so we'll get to see Gamboa now for a third time.
Yeah, he's been relatively the only power source, I could say, coming from the top. You have Vierling that's had the 2 hits, of course, a double and a single, but a lot of the offense has come from the bottom third of the order, which is definitely something you like to see if you're Sean Williams.
Gamboa will take a strike down the middle. 3-2 the score in favor of the R Phils. Solo shots from Gamboa himself, Miller, and Dalton Guthrie as Gamboa takes one right into the bullpen. A play by Julian Garcia standing in the R Phils bullpen, snags that one. Great catch from Garcia down there.
Who said pitchers aren't athletes?
I know, he even had his back to the game. He was thrown in the bullpen. Amazing work. And now Gamboa sends a slow roller over to short, picked up by Kredler, and he'll put that one to first. 3 away now for the Fightin' Phils, but not before Dalton Guthrie puts them in the lead here in the bottom of the fourth inning. We'll be back with the 5th inning here at First Energy Stadium. Stick around here on the R Phils Radio Network.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
We're back here at First Energy Stadium. I'm Emily Messina alongside Tyler Small here as the R Phils take the lead in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 3-2 the score, a solo shot from Dalton Guthrie.
And now we'll be back in the top of the 5th. We have a pitching change from the Albernia University Golden Wolves bullpen. Julian Garcia coming on to replace Ethan Evanko here.
Yes.
And Garcia's the one we thought would piggyback. We thought we would see him today, so pretty excited to have him out here. He was a former RFIL back in 2019, and he's just a really patient, mechanical guy. I think we are going to see some great stuff out of him here.
Yeah, I was just going to say, is who we expected first one out. Instead, they decided to go Evanko, maybe just to get that extra inning from Southpaw. So we'll see about that. Evanko, just about as perfect as you could do. 1 inning pitch, no hits, 1 strikeout, nobody left on. So just 10 pitches, gets a clean inning, and that's just a perfect way to get eased into the new season.
As Evanko finishes his warm-ups, as Garcia finishes his warm-ups here, he'll face Santino, Rosa, and Peterson, those bottom 3 guys in the Erie SeaWolves lineup. First pitch from Garcia, a ball on the outside corner. And that one once again comes inside. The count now 2-0. 3-2 the score here in favor of the Reading Fightin' Phils, as we make our way into the Swartz-Culleton top of the 5th inning. Here's the 2-0 count. Make that 3-0 now, as Garcia having a little bit of trouble locating his spot. Hopefully he'll just need time to ease into it.
And break in the new mound, try and get your strides together.
And he'll put on Santino.
Definitely did not have it there. Just really not finishing his delivery there. Kind of understriding so far, and that's an underrated thing that comes from an offseason, especially as long as this one, where you come to a mound, it's not as fresh as the one that you were working out on, or in the flat ground stuff that you're working in the offseason to kind of get that striding perfect.
And now he'll face Dylan Rosa, who struck out in his first at-bat. But like we saw earlier with Richin, a quick double play can change the way this inning is going and put Garcia back on track. That right-handed pitcher's 25 years of age, drafted back in the 10th round in 2016. His fastball hovers 92 to 94. We've seen it hovering around 90 so far right now. Chooses to go with the 84-mile-an-hour slider. Makes the count 1-1 to Dylan Rosa. Runner on first in the form of Juan Santino. 3-2 the score. You're our Phils leading the Erie SeaWolves. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss there from Dylan Rosa. Make the count 1-2. At Swartz-Culleton PC, you can expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury. If you've been injured at work, call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today. They represent injury victims in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, so if you've been injured, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Julian Garcia. Swing and a miss there, and he'll get Rosa to go down swinging for the first out of the top of the 5th inning. Definitely working a little bit slower than some of the other pitchers we've seen so far tonight, but he gets it done there with Rosa.
Yeah, just all about the preference there. Definitely a much better at-bat there. Almost just a throwaway at-bat to walk Centeno to start the inning, but certainly a lot more locked in now.
A bullet off the bat of Peterson, but it is foul up the first base line. Stokes makes a diving play, but unable to come up with it. And the count now 0-1 to Cole Peterson. I mean, it's some of these guys' first time back on a professional mound during a game situation in almost a year and a half. So if we see some guys getting off to a slower start, I wouldn't expect that to be something that lingers throughout the whole season. I think that's probably going to the way we see it from some guys, and other guys we're going to see them, right hot out of the gate. Probably those guys that did get the opportunity to go play in Australia, to play in Mexico, to play in Venezuela. But it's just, different strokes for different folks.
easier said than done to kind of have that mentality when you're on the field, especially in such an analyzed league like this one where every appearance could dictate your future in your career. So again, very easy to have that mindset, realize that you're easing into it. It's completely different. Everyone's going to kind of give them the benefit of the doubt the first couple outings.
Definitely. Here's the 1-2, a bullet off the bat of Peterson. This time it stays fair, goes right between Stokes and Brito at second, and it'll trickle into the right field as Kroon picks it up, fires it over. It'll be a single off the bat of Peterson, and Centino will move over to second. So now 2 runners on, 1 away for the SeaWolves, and they'll head back into the top of their order with Riley Green.
Riley Green's a fun one that we get to watch today. It's been such a quick pace of this game so far. We haven't been able to talk about everyone we want to, but 5th overall pick back in 2019, only 20 years old, getting the opportunity here at the AA level. They expect him on this Tigers higher ups sooner rather than later.
Green fouling that one off into the Phil's bullpen. Coming over is Tatum, but he's unable to make the grab on the run. Excuse me, into the SeaWolves bullpen, but he's unable to make the grab on the run, and Green kind of took off on that one. He was like halfway down to first, even though it was like very clearly foul, just trying to get himself going.
One Green to the other. Max Green warming up in the bullpen, and he hit that one right into his temporary office space.
Yeah, Fightin' Phils have their bullpens on the field in the foul territory areas, so the Phils bullpen up the first baseline and the SeaWolves bullpen up the third baseline. So you kind of get a good vantage point of everybody that is playing out there.
Let's go back to Green here. I mean, this is a player, 18 years old, he gets sent right to the Midwestern League, single A ball, gets a little bit of rookie time, and he crushes there, a 351 average, and now gets the jump right away to AA. They want to see it.
Chopper off the bat of Green, picked up by Stokes over at first, and he'll make the play unassisted there, as there's not really too much that's needed. And now there's 2 away, but the runners advance to second and third, so Centino shifts to third and Peterson moves over to second. And Green now is retired for the second out of the 5th inning. That'll bring up Ryan Kredler, 1 for 2 today with a stand-up double. He'll swing on the first pitch, pop it up, going back is second baseman Brito, but he'll be called off by right fielder Kroon, who's unable to make the catch on the run. He drops the ball, and it looks like Kredler will be safe at second. I mean, he was running it hard, running it out, which is impressive for him. We'll have to give him props for that because, you know, a lot of people see that kind of typical fly ball. They kind of veer off, but he was running hard to second, and now he will be able to score a run there for the SeaWolves to score 2 runs now and put them on top 4-3 as Centino and Peterson score there off of an error from Kroon.
Kroon's going to get the error there, but that for Virulent Kroon and Brito over there in the right center Bermuda Triangle sort of area. Tough play to make there. I mean, Kroon eventually becomes the one to call it off, but it seemed that all 3 of them were hoping that the other one would call it off.
Well, Brito, that's not Brito's ball when you're running backwards like that. I mean, he's going there to make the effort, of course, but that's up to the center fielder and the right fielder to decide whose ball that is. Now, we do have a strong wind picking it up, but once Kroon called that off, that kind of became his as we saw him, you know, start picking up his pace a little bit, reach out his glove, and then just unable to come up with it as it bounces in between the 3 of them. And that'll put the Erie SeaWolves ahead 4-3, you know, kind of definitely not in the way the rest of this game had been going. Everything has been loud and powerful, and that was just kind of...
Yeah, that paired with the not being able to bring anyone in with bases loaded back in the last half. But
you can't forget about things like that, missed opportunities. As Gonzalez sets one firing up the first base line, but it'll be called a foul by that first base umpire, Steven Jasinski.
And just going back to the error, there's just two factors that come into it, which obviously in the midst of a pop-up, it's tough to kind of overanalyze these sort of things. But for one, Vierling over in center field, it's a lot tougher of a play for him to make it, but he's got to realize both sides of him, not true outfielders. You know, people being thrown out there, that's the downside that comes with this utility-based position. And, of course, just the rust in the defensive side of the ball.
Swing and a miss, 92-mile-an-hour fastball from Garcia. And Gonzalez not happy with himself for swinging on that pitch. 4-3 now the score in favor of the SeaWolves. 1 on, 2 outs here as Julian Garcia looks to get out of this without any more damage from Erie's offense. Here's the 2-2 pick. Yes, he did, says home plate umpire Emil Jimenez. Duran picking it up on the drop third strike and firing it over to first base to retire the SeaWolves, but not before 2 runs cross the plate, 4-3 in favor of the SeaWolves. We're going to take a short back, and we're going to get ready for some R-Phil's offense. So stick with us.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are safe, healthy, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
We're back here at First Energy Stadium, where a bummer of an inning for the Fightin' Phils makes the score 4-3 off of an error from the right fielder Matt Kroon. The Fightin' Phils looking to get back into things now, but a pitching change from the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen for the Erie SeaWolves. Out goes Paul Richin. In comes number 36, Max Green, the 24-year-old from Rolling Hills Estate, California. 8th round draft pick back in 2017. And that will bring up Daniel Brito to face off against Green here early on in the bottom of the 5th inning, excuse me.
Paul Richin, that'll bring an end to his day. Wound up being better than we probably initially thought. First pitch, 93 miles an hour, in for a strike. 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts on 67 pitches. So the same leash given to Lindo, 1 extra inning he got. And he was just snake bitten by the long ball. 5 hits, 3 of them were home runs, and that's what'll get you to 3 earned runs.
2 strikes already to Brito, as Green, working quickly, tries to paint the corner for another strike call, but he does not get it by Jimenez, so 1-2. See all those infielders backing up quite a bit. Brito still looking for his first hit of the day as he pops one right between the legs of third baseman Ward, and he just can't come up with it, and Brito running it down to first. Our Phils get a base runner here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and we have the official call from the scorekeeper, a base hit, so not going to be an error, as that took kind of a weird hop in the dirt area.
and Ward just unable to come up with it.
Weird hop, and keep going back to the shift. That's about as far as you can get in the new parameters of the rule. Very far off the left field line, and he beat the shift with a hard one-hopper over to the left side from Ward. Tried to get down in a catcher stance to block it almost because it was such a hot shot, just unable as it trickled away.
And now Brito coming up with his first hit of the 2021 season. That'll bring up Matt Vierling, who is 2 for 2. He's having a stellar day. And we'll see if he can now get a hit in the clutch here as the R-Phils look to come back into this ball game. 4-3 in favor of the SeaWolves. Here's the 1-0 from Green in the dirt, 2-0.
Matt Vierling having some great at-bats so far, and he's not going to get remembered for him because not one of the 3 solo shots that we've seen out of the R-Phils, but kind of his game. I mean, he had 5 home runs all of 2019.
He pops one into the outfielder. Coming over is Rosa and Green. Calling him off is Green, and he's able to make the catch on his knees. An interesting dive to make the play. We're seeing some interesting things going on in the outfield as Brito has to stay put at first now.
Not sure if that was the classic slide for show sort of thing. I'm not sure if he actually had to do it, or if it is because maybe the lighting is a little off with those sky fly balls that come in back into the scope of the light.
And that's a good point you're making, Tyler, because I know that the first night the R-Phils were back in town and they had their first practice, they chose to do it at 6 p.m. because the guys had only been playing during the day, during that spring training league and at the taxi squad. Even then they were playing only in the day, so I know Sean Williams wanted to have one of those night practices, practice with the lights on, get those guys back into that kind of mindset, that routine, spending the whole day doing things and then coming to the ballpark and getting ready for the game. As Duran steps into the righty batter's box, he'll take a pitch outside, 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a significant factor. I mean, thankfully, you don't really get to see so much of the shadows that you can see here that really throw off the depth perception for the batters, but the lights just being a certain height, well, as soon as it gets over that, you lose it.
Brito was going on that pitch. I mean, he was already to second base, but Duran fouls that one back, and Brito will jog back over to first. Brito on due to a single, 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 4-3 the score in favor of the SeaWolves.
Back and forth contest so far, 5 innings so far. At least one side has scored in each inning.
Little dribbler off the bat of Duran. Picking it up is the pitcher, Max Green, and he'll run it over to first and do a little underhanded throw to Lester to retire Duran, and Brito sliding over to second now.
Green, the type of pitcher that really falls off to the third base side, a lengthy left-hander, especially when he breaks off that slider that he got the ground ball there. So a good job to turn around, get back to the center of the mound, make a clean play and flip it over.
That'll bring up McCarthy Tatum. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. Chopper off the bat, right back to Max Green again. He'll flip that one over to first, a little high this time, but Lester able to make the snag, and that will be the end of the 5th inning as the score remains 4-3. The R-Phils aren't able to get Daniel Brito across after a beginning of the inning single. We're going to take a short break, but we are going to be back here at the R-Phils Radio Network. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mao Beer throughout the 2021 season. Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mao Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager at First Energy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mao Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mao Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. Fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook Tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignments, or Hankook tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives. They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
It is the bottom of, it is the top of the 6th inning. Things are moving quite along here in Reading, Pennsylvania. Welcome to the CJ's Tire and Auto 6th inning. We're back with Julian Garcia on the mound here for the Fightin' Phils. Had a little bit of a rocky start in the top of the 5th, but an error on off of the glove of Matt Kroon definitely didn't help him. And hopefully he can just kind of settle in, get into a routine here. And our Phil's definitely not out of the game yet.
Oh, by no means. I mean, it's really interesting. You look at it, the Phils have a run in the 1st, 3rd, and 4th, and a 2-spot put up by the SeaWolves in the 2nd and the 5th. So all sides is back and forth. Nobody can really get that true shutdown inning to keep it ahead.
It's been an eventful game here at First Energy Stadium, as we now have fans in the, we have SeaWolves,
yes,
not fans in the bullpen. That would be interesting, especially in the time of COVID. Chopper off the bat of Drew Ward, and it sneaks right by Brito over at second. I mean, we said he's had a lot of action over there, and he dove for that one. All credit to him, but Ward able to just really sneak one by him quickly.
Yeah, diving effort over there on the right side of the infield. Brito unable to get it on a short hop. Good swing there by Ward.
4-3 the score here at First Energy Stadium. SeaWolves looking to tack onto their lead here in the top of the 6th inning. John Lester taking a strike. Drew Ward over at first, his first hit of the 2021 season. Garcia choosing to go for the pickoff attempt. Safe call there from Steve Jasinski over at first. CJ's Tire and Automotive celebrating 50 years of being better, faster, and more affordable than the competition. They've got just about everything your car needs except the gas. Here's the pitch by Garcia, swing and a miss from John Lester. And the count now 0-2. And I got my tires actually at CJ's, so I can tell you, you can trust CJ's Tire and Automotive.
Just going to bring up before you said that, I'm in the market for them now, definitely. Starting to get to the point
putting
where...
all those miles now,
exactly.
baseball season.
Sooner rather than later, CJ's is going to be the play to go.
Here's the hit by John Lester. A diving Stokes is unable to come up with the ball, pushes it out of his glove even further. We'll see how they end up ruling that. I think that'll be a hit, in my opinion. I mean, he was diving on the run there, and it's going to be recorded a base hit by the official scorekeeper. So now 2 SeaWolves on the bags and no outs here in the top of the 6th inning. So not what Julian Garcia wants to come back and go after in his 2nd inning.
No, absolutely not. I mean, Josh Lester here out of Missouri has plenty of experience here, been playing in the Detroit organization since 2015. And with Erie, a 223 average, and a large sum of it hit over 300 against righties, so he loves the opposite split there, and he rips one through the right side.
Chopper off the bat of Robson. Julian Garcia picks it up, and he just throws it into the outfield there. He was going for Gamboa at second base, but he just threw it away, and he puts his hands on his head in complete disbelief of what he's done. And solid base running from Drew Ward. He is able to make his way home off of that error from Garcia.
And that was a tough one. Definitely didn't make it easy for Gamboa covering over at second. Just such an easier play in theory than when you actually get to it. A hard throw, it skipped it right into the lip of the edge of the grass here on the short edge of the infield. And when it hit that lip, it just stayed down, rolled like a bowling ball right out into center field.
I think interesting choice, too, for Garcia to pick that up and go to second instead of going to first for that easy out. You have less time. You're more rushed going to second. So that, is difficult in and of itself instead of choosing to go to first. But like you said, too, it was in an interesting part of the mound. And I did see guys practicing that in the IO the other day. I know we were both watching from up here in the press box. We did have, pitchers practicing, fielding, those things like that. But even though you practice and practice it, nothing stimulates like a regular game, A fly ball off the bat of Centino coming in as left fielder Tatum. He's able to make the snag, and Lester not able to advance on second. So finally here, one away for the Fightin' Phils.
Yeah, just the whole experience of PFPs is a whole heck of a lot different once you're 20, 30 plus pitches into an outing. And just once you get that repetition of your whole body going that 60 feet, turning around and chucking it the other way 60 feet, not always as easy. But I think he did make the right choice going over to second. Obviously gets questioned now in hindsight, but had a good enough speed to it, and the base runners were kind of in a good enough position for him to send it over to second base justified.
Here's Dylan Rosa from the SeaWolves. Pitch from Garcia. And Rosa looks to go for the bunt. He takes it back, no call, and Duran drops it as Lester sneakily steals third. So runners on the corners now for the SeaWolves as they are looking now to tack on more runs. 5-3. They lead the Phils in the top of the sixth.
Yeah, one's going to get it called a wild pitch, not a pass ball, even though was blocked by Duran. Good job to keep it in front. However, just went towards that third base line. He just couldn't pick it up soon enough.
And now Dylan Rosa will get a huge piece of that, is going back at the track, at the wall is Kroon, and it just flies over his head as the Phils crowd is now booing Dylan Rosa as he trots home for a 3-run shot, putting the SeaWolves ahead 8-3. And the wind is now blowing, pretty much in and out. And this has become that hitter's ballpark that, our Phil's offense loves and our Phil's pitchers not so much.
Not so much. First crooked number of the day. Now 4 runs in the inning as Rosa just simply threw the hands at it. This one's sent over to the right side. Ground ball played, and that'll bring the second out of the inning.
Nice pickup there by Daniel Brito, getting like a soft little grounder, charging it. We like that aggression from him over there at second. And we've been talking all night about how he's making a lot of the plays over there just with all of the lefties in the lineups. Back to the top of the order, Riley Green coming up for the SeaWolves. He'll foul one back into the netting behind home plate. And now, who's that over there? Number 30, maybe James MacArthur playing bat boy over there. Is a hot shot off the bat of Green, and shortstop Gamboa unable to come up with it. I mean, it took an interesting bounce and he slid forward. I imagine that will be ruled a hit. And the official scorekeeper's not in agreement here, so a difficult play for Gamboa. Would have liked to see him come up with that, but just really talking again once about, and we don't want to overstate this, but we do want to remind fans that there is nothing like game action, and that is something that just can't be replicated. You can't predict for, balls to bounce like that when you're practicing in your own home or something, or your little brother's hitting them to you instead of, the way they come off the bat from someone like first-round pick Riley Green.
Yes, Green picks up his first hit as part of the Double-A squad, and no joke of a hit, as you said. You're not taking ground balls in the offseason if you're Gamboa. 95-mile-an-hour hot shots up the middle that kind of handcuff you on a one-hopper. So definitely getting back out there. As we had a quick little conference here, they're going to stick with Garcia on the bump. 2 away, just try and get this last one before it looks like in the bullpen is Russ.
Garcia puts one in the dirt, and Duran chasing after it, as Green just kind of unaware from that and chooses to stay at first base. 2 away here in the top of the 6th inning. 8-3 the score, and the R-Phils are trying not to do any more damage here, as they're, just trying to get out of this inning as best as they can.
And we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Duran doing an excellent job of framing the borderline pitches. Picked up a lot of strikes early, especially for Lindo. And now he's had a little bit of a difficult time with blocks. No pass balls truly to the backstop so far. That one definitely could have been another additional 90 feet for the base runner.
Kreider popping that up, but it will go into the seats as you can hear it bounce. A fan just missing the ball. You hear a lot of jeers as it goes down into the concourse area. No one's able to come up with it. Ryan Kreidler now faces a 1-2 count from Julian Garcia. He'll look over to Green at first. He'll step off the mound, kind of walk around a little bit, try to loosen up, try to get himself back into the rhythm of this and just get himself out of this disastrous inning for the R-Phils. He'll check on Green over at first, but really not taking much of the lead at all. Garcia out of Metropolitan State University of Denver. He's the highest draft pick from there ever to come out of the University of Denver. And what I found interesting, Tyler, about his contract is that his parents really wanted him to graduate his degree. He did 3 years of sports management, but he chose to head into professional baseball after that, and he made sure in his contract tuition reimbursement so that he could finish out school whenever he decided to end his professional career. And
Right.
I find that interesting that, there's a lot more to players than we see eye to, as Kreidler drops that one right into right center field and no one there to make the play. Just in that gap, just a nice piece of hitting from Kreidler, just putting that ball exactly where he wants to put it. And Riley Green making his way over to third as this day is coming to a close for Garcia. We are going to take a short break as we're going to have a pitching change here. Sean William comes out onto the mound and takes the ball from Garcia. So we'll be right back here on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67. The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at First Energy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with large see-through netting. Starting at $31, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit Fightins.com or call us at 610-370-FALL to reserve your group outing.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phils game ticket for only $18. No need to visit the concession stands. You can add a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet to any ticket. Selection includes barbecue chicken, barbecue sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, fruit, cookies, and Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL, order online at Fightins.com, or visit the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
The R-Phils.
Fans after the pitching change, a call to the Alvernia University bullpen brings in Austin Ross for the Reading Fightin' Phils from Beaver, Pennsylvania. That's up more towards the Pittsburgh area. 26 years old. He'll face Yariel Gonzalez, who will pop it up into left field. And coming in is Austin Ross, and he is able to make that third out to retire the Sea Dogs, but not before they make it 8-3 on a couple of our Phil's error, a couple of misplayed balls, and a home run from Dylan Rosa. We're going to take a short break once again, but stick around. We're going to be right back, and we're going to look forward to some our Phil's offense.
Better pitching, faster base runners, and more runs batted in usually beats the competition. At CJ's Tire and Automotive, better selection, faster service, and more affordable options always beats the competition. When it comes to tires, CJ's MVP choice is a new set of Falken tires. Falken tires are known for handling, reliability, and value. And for more than 50 years, CJ's has been helping customers find the right tires at the right price. Together, Falken Tires and CJ's are a winning team. Stop in any time at your local CJ's or shop online at cjtires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster, and more reliable.
We've been privileged at ROG Orthodontics to be part of the local community for over 60 years, creating generations of fantastic smiles.
We're honored to be voted the #1 orthodontist year after year, and proud to be the top Invisalign provider in the region.
We passionately believe we're changing lives every day right here in the community where we live.
We offer interest-free, flexible payment plans
and provide monthly scholarship programs for free braces.
Be sure to check out our magnet contest to win free braces.
We love seeing our patients' successes, knowing we had a part in changing lives.
One fantastic smile at a time.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an our Phil's game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play as Los Luchadores de Reading Latino Tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
Number 15, Madison Stokes.
Fans, we are back here at First Energy Stadium. 8-3 the score in favor of the SeaWolves. But Madison Stokes starting it off here against Riley Green. Kicks and fires a bullet off the bat of Stokes into the SeaWolves dugout. Our Phil's looking to put themselves back into this one. Now, after falling behind due to a couple errors and a home run from Dylan Rosa, back in the top part of the sixth, Stokes will take a ball. Make the count 1-1. Here's the pitch outside, a nice snag by Centino behind the plate. Just in case you were wondering, the Big Phils are winning their game 6-1 over the Brewers. It's the end of the fifth. I'll check in with that game in a little bit. Here's the 2-1 to Stokes. He fouls it off and right into that on-deck circle where Dalton Guthrie was standing. And now he'll be able to act as that bad boy over there.
It's going to be a fun matchup over there in the big leagues with the Phillies against the Brewers. Brewers, one of the surprisingly hot teams coming out of the gates to start, led by some phenomenal pitching.
Phillies able to win this one. They'll move to 500 on the season. A 3-run home run from Brad Miller and a Didis Gregorius RBI helps put the Phillies on top, along with an Andrew McCutchen. 2 solo homers. We saw him the other night with another solo home run. So McCutchen kind of getting back into that pure form as the ball comes in contact with Madison Stokes. Max Green will record a hit by pitch, and Stokes seems okay, jogging it down to first. He's shaking it off. He seems all good.
Well, it seems all good. That one looked painful. Right off the lower part of the right leg, I want to say. Shot on a pretty solid direction, so most likely got more bone than muscle. Never a good thing.
And either way, the Arphils put a runner on base as Dalton Guthrie fouls one back into the netting. Madison Stokes, you know, not exactly the way you want to lead it off, but not exactly not the way you want to lead it off. So runner on first here, 8-3 the score. But the Arphils look to put some runs on the board here and catch up to the SeaWolves. Dalton Guthrie settling into that righty batter's box. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle for a called strike by Jimenez. Wind starting to really pick up here now at First Energy Stadium. You can see that American flag out in center field. We've got the Prisoner of War honoree flag out there as well, really blowing in the wind now. Stokes taking quite a bit of a lead off of first base. He's a solid runner. He's got that agility. He's got that speed. So definitely look for him to take one as Guthrie puts it right back into the glove of Max Green, fires it over to second, and that looks like Peterson who's going to fire it over to first. So, you know, just your classic 1-4-3 double play. If you're charting that in your books, that's what it looked like to me.
Classic 1-4-3 web gem there. What an ability there for Green to get the glove
Real
up.
agile.
Quick transfer, and then middle infield does the rest.
And that was a good slide in there by Madison Stokes, kind of trying to break that up. But the ball was hit so hard off the bat of Guthrie that it was already there.
Nothing he could do.
It was already there. Now we'll bring up Kroon. It's a count now 0-1 to Kroon. Looked like the Arphils were going to have something going there, but quickly, like we talked about before, that double play just turns everything right around.
That's the key to picking up road victories, is you have a solid run differential up by 5.
Kroon will pop that one into right field. It'll drop in front of Robson, who misplays the ball. And it bounces back there, but he's able to recover it. And a standing single for Kroon might have the Phillies making a 2-out rally here.
Exactly. It goes exactly against the point I was just going to make, which was that double play is really usually a trend killer. It's the bring end of life to a home crowd down by 5, looking to get that offense back, especially a team that already has 3 balls that have left the yard on the offensive side. But that Kroon with the huge swing just gets a little flare into right center field to go down for a hit. He'll take it.
And that'll bring up Luke Miller, who has one of those solo home runs on the night. So we'll see if he can add to that now. 1 for 2 with a liner to third base. So he's got some power on his bat now as Max Green looks over to first base. Kroon taking a lead. And Max Green will go over to first. You could kind of see that coming there. You know, just with being the lefty pitcher, you've got that better sight on first base because you're facing that way. And you know, it's a tough balance between, you know, wanting to make sure that the runner's not taking too much and feeling the responsibility because you're looking at it, and then not wanting to overdo looking at it.
Yes.
Really, you should be focused on the batter. But he does induce a swing and miss from Luke Miller, so the count now 1-1. Miller stepping out, getting the signs from Sean Williams over at third. And he'll step back into the batter's box. 8-3 the score in favor of the SeaWolves. Here's the 1-1, another swing and a miss. 93 miles an hour from Max Green. A high-powered fastball up in the zone. And Luke Miller not happy with himself on that one.
And that's the type of stuff that Max Green gets out of batters. Those frustrated swings, the soft contact. He has a 273 BABIP, so he's really always inducing some softer contact. And that's exactly what they needed to calm down these Arphils bats who haven't scored a run since the top of the 4th with their last solo shot from Guthrie.
Kroon over on first, 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. SeaWolves put up a 4 spot in the top half. Luke Miller looking to make something happen, but instead he will go down swinging. And Green able to get out of something that could have been tight, hitting Madison Stokes, the first batter of the inning, but then retiring the Fightin' Phils. And they are not able to put up anything in the bottom. The sixth kind of deflated here, but we are not giving up. We've still got more baseball for you. We're going to take a short break here on the Our Phils Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Welcome you now to the top of the 7th inning. 8-3 our score. Reading trails the Erie SeaWolves. Tyler Small here taking over Emily Messina's play-by-play duties for just a little bit. Don't worry, she'll be back. But she is still sitting here right next to me.
Don't worry, I'm still here. I'm just thanking King of Cheesy. They're a proud sponsor of the Fightin's team feed with a variety of delicious pizzas, salads, sandwiches, and dinners. King of Cheesy's has everything you're looking for. With location on 6th Street in Reading, a shop at the Shillington's Farmers Market, and delivery to the surrounding area, King of Cheesy's is mouthwatering and convenient. Don't miss out on their daily specials and come and enjoy us today.
92 on the gun, fastball out of the zone for Drew Ward. Erie SeaWolves were able to bat through the order there in the 6th, so now 4, 5, and 6 in the order. Ward comes into this 1 for 3 on the day, got a single, came around to score just an inning ago. Now he's ahead 2-0 against Ross, who comes back out after getting just 1 pitch to get out of the inning with 2 runners on, ending the day, Julian Garcia. 2-0 swing is sent directly behind and out of play.
Austin Ross is pretty much from, you know, kind of close to where Erie is from. So we were talking earlier about how excited he was to be back in Pennsylvania, to be, you know, only a couple hours from his family, and even when they travel there, to have the opportunity for them to come watch, or for him to, you know, be able to pop in, you know, if they have a morning off or something like that. So I think he was pretty excited to be back in Pennsylvania, and especially pitching for such, you know, a well-known AA team. The Reading Fightin' Phils are probably one of the most notable minor league baseball teams, always coming in the top 10. And he was really excited to have that experience.
Big swing and a miss there for strike 3 as Ward is retired on strikes, and there's 1 away.
Great start for Austin Ross. I mean, coming in, setting the tone, getting someone to strike out swinging, especially, you know, after the outing of Garcia, sometimes you can, you know, you get, okay, Erie's having a good day, maybe you get a little bit anxiety about yours, you know, coming back without having so much competition, but great to see Austin Ross off to a good start.
That'll welcome in Josh Lester. Lester is 1 for 2 on the day. He's got a single and a walk. And as you said, relieving Garcia, getting out of a tough jam for him, as Garcia's day is officially done. Missing on the fastball, 1-1. 1 2/3 innings pitched for Garcia. 6 hits, 6 runs, only 3 of them earned. As we mentioned, there was 2 errors in his appearance, and there was 1 walk on 40 pitches. Josh Lester sends this one fouling out of play, 2-1 now the count. So difficult not to call him John Lester. I've been
Oh
trying
my gosh,
to
I was thinking about
all
that
day.
too. And especially with Dalton Guthrie too, like Mark just comes to mind so fast. But
there's a lot of MLB legacies coming through baseball now.
There are.
It's becoming very difficult. 2-1. Fastball just misses on the inner half. Jimenez not giving him pitch there. 3-1 now to count. Chest high set. Here's the 3-1. Breaking ball ripped down the first base line, foul.
And something MLB has been monitoring in MLIB is the pitch clock, the pace of play. That's a big thing they're focusing on, especially this year. That's one of their big initiatives. And you can see, you can't see it, but we can see, sorry about that, the pitch clock out in center field. And Austin Ross is definitely one of the pitchers who's kind of pushing his limits in regard to the pitch clock. You want to see guys be able to keep their routine, keep the pace that they want, and control the game, because the batter is waiting on the pitcher. But at the same time, you do want to kind of have guys pick it up. And earlier in the game with Lindo and then with Evenko, we did see kind of a quicker pace. But things have really started to slow down here, in the back half of the game, especially with some of the errors and a lot of the hits by Erie, but as well as the Arphil's pitching, as looks like Robson sending one to deep center field. It's going to bounce off the wall. And Vierling throwing it back in. There's going to be a play at the plate, but instead the ball bounces off the mound. Dalton able to fire over to third, and they are going to get Robson, who was tracking down from second to third. He thought with that throw from center field, trying to nab Lester at the plate, he could make it over to third, but a great heads-up play by Duran, knowing to fire over to third.
Going to steal a line that you said earlier. Just the very casual and calm 8-6-3-5 fielder's choice throw-out tag at third. So a run will come in on an absolute bomb by Robson. So he'll get an RBI double and will be nabbed over at third. So now with a clean sheet on the base paths, I should say, there are two away for Juan Centeno.
You don't see that too much often.
You do not.
to recap what happened. Deep shot by Robson into center field. Vierling played it nicely off the wall. He threw it back in. Unfortunately, the hop that it took was off the mound, and it hopped well away from home plate. Duran paying attention, able to pick up the ball, and instead of tagging home, goes to third and able to get that runner.
Juan shoots this one over to left field. Camped out underneath it to make the play is Tatum. And that is going to bring an end to the inning, but not before the SeaWolves could add another to the ledger. They take the lead 9-3 now on one run. Nobody left on base. Head to the seventh inning stretch. Don't go anywhere.
I want you to get up on out of your seats.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phils mascot band. Regular game tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G coverage and speed. No one else covers more Americans with the fastest 5G. The Arphils are proud to introduce T-Mobile as the title sponsor of our Plaza Stage. Fightin' Phils fans can continue to expect great performances on game days and non-game days. The T-Mobile Stage is home to great bands, such as the Truest Fightin's mascot band and many others. It will also continue to house great musical performances during the off-season.
Unlike any other area at First Energy Stadium, the Stadium 61 Dugout Suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages.
We're here as we come back to baseball at First Energy Stadium after the 7th inning stretch. Near, far, thank you so much for joining me. I am Emily Messina alongside Tyler Small. And at the ballpark, we had a wonderful rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game by our crazy hot dog vendor. If you're lucky enough to come out to First Energy Stadium, you know exactly who that is. I mean, we've got Screwball, our mascot, but we've got that CHTV crazy hot dog vendor who's wild, usually rides an ostrich, and he was standing on the dugout to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. We do have a pitching change here from the Alvernia University bullpen. A change, Max Green out, Angel De Jesus in. 24-year-old righty from Samana, Dominican Republic. He is tall, coming in at 6'4", 185, so he's about as lanky as you can get out there. At the end of the day for Max Green, he did a pretty good job coming in for relief, I would say, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and just the 1 strikeout. 26 pitches overall, and that is just about everything that his manager was hoping for him today.
And leading things off for the Fightin' Phils, we are about to see some offense. I can feel it here now, Tyler. What do you think?
Top of the order, Gamboa's done it before. 95 on the gun as the fastball misses outside 1-0.
Gamboa with that solo shot back in the first inning. Walked in the third and grounded out in the fourth. So pretty good day for the 2019 Fightin' Phil, I would say. Good return to the ballpark. He knows what to expect. Here's the 2-0 pitch from De Jesus. Swing and a miss there by Gamboa to make it 2-1. Some action in the Fightin' Phil's bullpen as well. Pitch comes in high, just misses for a ball. The count now 3-1. We've seen a lot of patience and maturity from Archimedes Gamboa. I feel like the off-season really did him well. That time spent practicing, working on mechanics has really led him into a solid patient hitter as he'll take his second walk for the day. And as the leadoff hitter, that's exactly what you want to see. Someone getting on base. 2 walks from Gamboa, a home run. I mean, he's seen pitches, he's taken pitches, he's allowed his teammates, to get ready for their at-bats, and that's, a real maturity in a hitter. Bring up the number 2 batter, Brito.
That's definitely the progression you wanted to see from him. He had a career-high 112 strikeouts last year in the full season with Reading. Trying to see the ball a lot more as he sees that pitch go past the catcher, and he's going to get an additional 90 feet. Move over into scoring position.
So just really solid baseball we're seeing from Gamboa. Smart hitting, smart base running, and, we've seen good defense from him in the field. Not quite making those electric plays, but
the necessary ones.
The necessary ones. Good way to put it there. And that is going down as a passed ball by catcher Centino. Here's the kick and the fire from De Jesus. It'll be outside, and the count now 2-0. And now get a little bit of a mound visit,
And it's just trying to get the control here. This is obviously the highest level that De Jesus has pitched at. He's been at high A for a brief cup of coffee, but this is a pitcher that they're very excited about. Obviously, the radar gun is off the charts, sitting 95 to start this one. And he finished 2019 between high A and low A, the 1.61 ERA, which has really dominated the zone, but he did have a tough strikeout to walk ratio, 2.93. So at the expense of that electric stuff is a lack of control so far.
That one, not able to correct himself, will come in as a ball. So he's got the velocity, but does he have the command? Does he have the control? You know, right now we're seeing he's struggling a little bit. We've got Gamboa on second. He was walked over there. And then a pass ball. Right now, the count now 3-0 to Brito. So after, you know, the outings that your starter and your reliever had, you know, and now the offense carrying you 9-3, you want to make sure you can just solidify this in the first game of the season. If you know, I were, you know, the Erie SeaWolves. On the R-Phil side, we'd like to see a little bit of action here as Brito drives that one into left center field, going over Green, but it's going to be Rosa who makes the catch on the run. You know, as we said, with the wind, the ball's kind of shifting that way, and I think, you know, the better choice for Rosa to be the one to call that off.
Yeah, I mean, off the hand shot there, slicing over off the lefty bat to left field, has that tail. Rosa seemed to have it camped under, definitely had the jurisdiction to call off the center fielder.
And that will bring up Vierling. 2 for 3 on the day, a double, single, and a fly out to center field. Vierling 6'3", 24 years old. He's had a quiet but exciting day at the plate.
Yeah.
You know, not those pops that we've been talking about, but he has been, you know, just so dependable. And you could see, it looks like De Jesus a little bit, you know, riled up out there. He's kind of moving his body, moving his foot position, trying out the third base side of the rubber, trying out the first base side of the rubber. But now he will set up, he'll look back over at Gamboa on second. He'll fire home, but it'll be outside. And the count now 1-1 to Vierling.
It also seems like he obviously has the velocity that we can see, but he really slings that from not a traditional over-the-top angle of his arm motion, kind of getting a cut action to that fastball.
Yeah, definitely more coming around than going over, I would say. Probably trying, you know, to use that shoulder and use that hips as he turns his body to throw it to home, and that's definitely where the velocity is coming from. But, you know, sidearm pitchers sometimes can struggle with control for that exact reason.
And a prime example of how that fastball cuts is a .093 batting average left-handed batters
A
have
chopper
against
right up the middle for Vierling, coming around third and waving him home. Sean Williams, Gamboa scoring on a beautiful single up the middle from Vierling, and the crowd is roaring. That's exactly what they wanted to see, and Vierling just knows how to stay calm in that position and put the ball exactly where he wants.
He used the velocity of De Jesus to send it right back where it came from, put the hands out there. 95 kind of broke right over the center with that cut fastball, and he was able to serve it right up the middle on a hard ground ball RBI single.
And that'll bring up Duran for the Fightin' Phil's, yet to get a hit today. He reached on an error. But this would be a great time for him to make some action now. Vierling on first. He's quick off the bag, taking a couple leading steps. First pitch coming in from De Jesus is a strike. Slowed that one down with an 83-mile-an-hour changeup. So proving he does have a couple other pitches in his repertoire, which is good to throw hitters off when you know they're kind of waiting for that heater fastball, and then they get something a little different, and that's exactly what we see now with the swing and the miss from Duran. You know, you're standing there waiting for something to come in super quick, and then you slow it down 10 miles an hour, and you're just way out in front. Vierling over on first, taking a couple steps lead. 9-4 the score now in favor of the SeaWolves. Gamboa scoring a run in this half of the inning, and Duran now fouling that off the top of his bat.
6 different R-Phils have a hit today. Only 3 without a hit, 4, 5, and 6 in the order. Looking for Duran, Tatum, and Stokes to try and get it going, because right now it's who the Erie pitchers would rather see.
pitch comes just inside, and a nice movement there by Duran at the dish, kind of get out of the way of that. A little chin music from De Jesus. Definitely don't want to get hit with that kind of pitch coming in. Here's the 1-2. Chopper up to second. Coming in is Peterson. He's able to pick it up and tag Vierling as he runs by, and then fire it over to first. Just unfortunate for Duran to send it right to that spot, you know, where Peterson was standing. And Peterson with a smart play, just picking it up, tagging Vierling as he runs by and sending it to first. There's nothing the Arphils can do about it. They add a run, Gamboa scoring off the bat of Vierling, but it's not enough. 9-4. We will head into the top of the 8th inning. Stick with us. We're going to take a short break.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phils game ticket for only $18. No need to visit the concession stands. You can add a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet to any ticket. The selection includes barbecue chicken, barbecue sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, fruit, cookies, and Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL, order online at Fightins.com, or visit the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information.
We're back here on the Arphils Radio Network, heading into the top of the 8th inning. Austin Ross's day is done. He leaves with 16 pitches, 8 balls, 8 strikes, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk. And replacing him now is Andrew Brown. A lot of pitchers seeing action out of the bullpen today. Sean Williams just trying to give everybody a go-around here in this first game. Brown, 6'1", 23 years old. 13-round pick in 2016, one of the younger players on the Fightin' Phils roster, but he is ready to rock and roll here at First Energy Stadium, taking a couple last-minute warm-up pitches as we get back into things. We'll be leading off with the bottom part of the SeaWolves lineup with Dylan Rosa and Cole Peterson, but Brown going to be something stellar here for the Phillies. He last season pitched 100 innings for 66 strikeouts, really impressive. Started a lot of games, but has started to transition into a reliever. And as we were talking about earlier, Philly's trying to get a lot of guys to do so. So had a tough 2019 over his 2018. Definitely looked better in 2018 with a 2.25 ERA over his 6.17 ERA in 2019. But we'll see if he could bring it back down here in 21 after that gap year. He might have been able to figure out and get back to his roots there that he had in 2018. The first pitch, Dylan Rosa, comes in for a strike. And Brown back to working pretty quickly. 9-4, the score in favor of the SeaWolves. We're now in the top of the 8th inning. Things are, starting to wind down here at First Energy Stadium, but there's always baseball left at the ballpark. It's not over till it's over. And that's something fans should always remember. Stick around with us throughout the entire game. Never leave a game early. You don't want to miss out on something exciting as Brown induces a swing and a miss there. The crowd is excited. Beautiful night here at First Energy Stadium. Lights on. Ballpark looks great. The field is beautiful. Here's the 2-2, and it looks like instead Brown's going to step off, adjust a little bit. We'll see if he's ready to go. Here he goes, the 2-2. A ground ball off the bat of Rosa, picks it up from Gamboa. Beautiful throw over to first. And that's what you want to see out of that shortstop prospect.
Yeah, sometimes you get a little nervous with that low delivery of the throw across the diamond, but when you have the confidence of Gamboa throwing it across, hits him in the chest, no worries.
That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Cole Peterson. He's 1 for 3 on the day. He got a single in the 5th inning and was able to cross the plate one of Erie's 9 runs. Here's the pitch from Brown. He gets Peterson to pop it up. Going back is Gamboa. He will make the catch on the grass in the outfield over the shoulder. A really nice play from Gamboa. We saw, you know, the right part of the field had an issue with that kind of play earlier where Brito went back and Kroon chose to grab the ball and was unable to come up with it. Well, there on the left side of the field, Gamboa going back, able to make the over-the-shoulder grab and retire the second SeaWolf here in the top of the 8th inning.
And it all comes back down to the confidence. I mean, we were talking about it with Gamboa taking over that leadoff spot as the first pitch is in for a strike. And it comes with the defensive end, too. You're the leader in that infield. And making the plays like that, showing the confidence, shows the ability that you have on the left side.
Back to the top of the order with Riley Green, who is 1 for 4 on the day. Singled in the 6th inning. Off to a little bit of a slow start, but great hit in the 6th, and he'll drop one in here in front of Vierling in center field. A nice, just loose fly ball, flares out and drops right where nobody is in short center field, and he'll head to first as that will bring up Ryan Cridler.
Riley Green's quickly calming down into his new role. Started 0 for 3, now gets a soft contact hit and a hard contact hit as he had a line drive through the infield last at bat. This one just simply flips into the outfield.
Credler takes a ball on the outside of the plate. And Green taking a nice lead off of first base. He keeps just, you know, sliding over, taking a couple steps. Stokes on the bag. But Brown can't see what he's doing. He goes home, grazes the outside corner, and gets that strike call from the umpire behind the plate. 9-4 the score in favor of the SeaWolves. They have 10 hits, 9 runs, and the Fightin' Phils 8 hits, 4 runs. They've made 2 errors in the field, the SeaWolves making 1. Now in the 6th inning, the SeaWolves did put up a 4 spot, but the runs have pretty much been scored all across the board. Every inning there's been a run so far from one side or the other. As Brown gets a strike call at the knees, a loud call from Jimenez. And the count now 2-2 as Brown tries to come in and get himself out of here. Putting up a 0 spot would be excellent for the Fightin' Phils as they try to claw their way back at the bottom half of the 8th. Here's the pitch from Ross. A chopper foul. Duran goes to catch it, but unable to come up with it. That would have been such a great out for Duran.
Yeah, it's a tough play to make. Breaking ball already trending downward, of course, and then that foul tip just sends it right back into the dirt. But Duran, obviously the leader that he is, thinks that he could have made it play somehow.
Two away here in the top of the 8th inning. Riley Green taking a couple steps off of first base. The infield playing deep as Credler. 2-2. Brown instead going back to first. Fans, don't forget there are 5 more games in this homestand that you can come out to First Energy Stadium, witness some professional baseball back in action, and be a part of all of the fun at our ballpark. There is so much to do and see here. If you're a fan of the game, we've got some great baseball for you. If you just want a social outing, there's tons of areas that could suit you and your friend groups, our group areas, our bar spaces. Even the spaces in our general admission are lots of fun, lots of entertainment to catch. We hope you'll join us. Head to rphils.com/tickets if you decide you want to come, and if not, we look forward to having you on the airwaves with us. Here's the pitch, and once again, Kredler fouling it off into the stands. A fan makes the play. If you hear the cheering behind me, that was a great one-handed catch from a fan up in the deck. Two away here, full count, still to Ryan Kredler. He's really been fighting and grinding this at bat to Ross. The pitch will come in high, and Kredler will win this one over Brown. And that will push Green over to second base. Kredler taking first. 2 on here with 2 outs. Brown definitely looking to get through this one without giving anyone up. No one up in the Titans bullpen, no one up in the SeaWolves bullpen either.
Good at bat there for Kredler. 8-pitch walk, really had to fight for it. And that's kind of been his MO all day. Reached on the error last time, which really opened the doors, and then a couple of singles to go with it. Excuse me, a double and a single to go with it. Had a fine afternoon in the 2-hole.
Runners on first and second, both taking sizable leads, looking to go on contact with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. 9-4 the score. Andrew Brown looking to retire the SeaWolves as a bullet is sent by Gonzalez into right field, tracking over his croon, and it lands in the pool. A 3-run shot off the bat of Gonzalez. Another one of those silent homers, but off the bat you could see it happening, and it just popped right into the pool. A bunch of kids out there that are excited for that home run. I don't think they care if it's a SeaWolves or an Arphils. I think they're happy for the ball.
Ariel Gonzalez picks up his first hit of the 2021 season on a splash 3-run shot. He pimped it. He knew it right off the bat. The lefty sweet swing just kind of drops the bat and the follow through. What a piece of hitting there.
Tough go for Andrew Brown, who was, looking good here, trying to get out, gave up that long at-bat walk, and then immediately that home run for Gonzalez. That puts up the SeaWolves 12-4, and quickly this has pretty much gotten out of hand for the Arphils. Brown still looking to get out of it as he gets Ward to foul one off into the left field picnic area. Fans able to come up with that. Foul ball is sponsored by Insurance Fraud. Don't be a weasel. Sign up today.
Gonzalez was not a weasel on that one, as he, after moving over from Springfield, played there in 2019, a majority of his time AA affiliate for the Cardinals, had 15 long balls, which was his career high.
And that will rack up Drew Ward as he flips the bat and knows that Brown got him at the knees with that pitch. Incredible command there by Brown, but it's just a little bit too late after the 3-run home run from Gonzalez puts up the SeaWolves 12-4 as we head into the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll look for some action from the Fightin' Phils. They're in the middle part of their lineup, so hopefully we'll see something good here. Stick with us on the Arphils Radio Network.
Shots Electric has been in business 45 years. Tompkins Vist Bank does everything for us, from our banking to our insurance. They provided us new ideas and solutions. For example, remote deposit. It's very convenient because it's 24/7. I'm confident Tompkins Vist will be with us in the future.
Tompkins Vist Bank and Tompkins Insurance. Service, stability, strength. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Tompkins Insurance products are not FDIC insured and are not bank guaranteed.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Vist Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Energy Stadium, we had the BB&T fan cam going. Lots of great fans out in the ballpark. I see families. I see our long-time season ticket holders out there in droves. I see tons of groups of friends in our group areas, and of course our lovely friends out in the pool. Those kids are having a blast out there. A great option for a birthday party or a hot, Sunday day game. Great opportunity as Angel De Jesus stays in the game for the SeaWolves, and McCarthy Tatum is going to head into the box for the R-Phils. I saw one commenter suggest a grand slam in the 8th, 3-run shot in the 9th. I'd be down for that. How about you, Tyler?
You know what? I think that's what Sean Williams said in the dugout, too, if I'm reading his lips. That seems like the most efficient game plan, and I hope that we don't have continued leaks of information
like that,
coming from the dugout. Yeah,
they
please
know
keep
what
that
we're about to
minimum.
do. Oh my gosh. McCarthy Tatum takes one low, and the count now 2-1. Here's the pitch from De Jesus. And McCarthy goes fishing on that one, swinging deep down low, and does not come up with even a piece of it as the count now 2-2. 12-4 the score in favor of Erie. Our Phil's got off to a hot start, but have faded down the stretch of this game as McCarthy goes down swinging on a high fastball from De Jesus, who's been able to keep his velocity up. He's still hitting 92, 93, and that will bring up number 15, Madison Stokes.
Yeah, I mean, what happens when you kind of get thrown into that role if you have the ability to, give everything that you got in the tank, and you know that you're not in that stretch role? 2 innings will probably be his max today, depending on what they do in the last. But you can really let it fly.
Big swing and a miss there by Stokes as De Jesus makes the count 0-1. Another big swing and a miss there. 0-2 as De Jesus is really showcasing his stuff here against the Fightin' Phils. They're just not coming up with anything against him.
He's really manipulating that slider off the cutter.
But Stokes getting a piece of that, sending it over to short. Kredler picks it up, and he's able to get it over to first in time. That was a nice piece of hitting from Stokes, but Kredler just right in that spot over at short, able to make the play with ease. That'll bring up Dalton Guthrie. He's one of those solo shots from the Fightin' Phils we saw earlier in the game alongside Gamboa and Luke Miller. Hopefully he can bring some of that action now. Our Phil's 4 runs on 8 hits with 2 errors. SeaWolves 12 runs on 11 hits with 1 error as Guthrie takes the first pitch strike.
Guthrie and Vierling are 2 guys that are really debatably having the best at-bats so far. Have looked the most confident in the box as Guthrie back in the 2nd inning, flew out to the warning track to right field, then goes to left field for the home run. And then his worst at-bat arguably was a hot shot up the middle that was turned for a double play, courtesy of Green on the mound.
He'll take one high, making the count 2-1.
I'll just go back to my point about De Jesus. He's really, it might just be the same grip that he uses, just a different angle or wrist movement for the difference of the cutting fastball and the slider. But both are really playing well off of each other, because if you've ever seen, for any of my Twitter fans that like Pitching Ninja. He does a lot of the tunneling stuff, and it shows the pitch overlays where one pitch, they both start in the same spot and just go completely different ways. I would imagine DeJesus has a similar type of video if we were to get that on him, where both pitches just dance in different ways.
Guthrie popping that one up, foul going over. Is Ward at third? He's going to camp under it and make the play for out number 2. I know exactly what you mean, Tyler, and I think that's really what is fooling batters here in these at-bats, because they come out the same way. He's doing the same motion. He's got the same grip that you can see. So you think it's one thing, and at the end, it cuts another way.
Exactly.
And that's a big reason why DeJesus is having the outing he's having as he puts the R-Phils away. 1, 2, 3. We're going to head into the 9th inning. We're going to take a short break. Stick with us for the 9th. You don't want to miss this.
At 61, assist you in the decision. Professional staff members are available to answer all of your questions and listen to all of your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike today. The R-Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightin's Baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check us out on rphils.com/pressbox for all the elite baseball information on the Fightin' Phils. The world-famous Fightin' Phils mascot band celebrates its 21st season in 2021, with pregame concerts starting Saturdays in May thanks to Truist. You heard right, actual mascots playing in a rock and roll band. See Quack the Rubber Duck on lead vocals and guitar, Screwball on drums, Bucky on bass, Change Up on bongos, and Blooper on lead guitar. A real band jamming on the T-Mobile stage before Saturday games this season. Don't miss the one-of-a-kind Fightin' Phils mascot band. Pre-game on Saturdays thanks to Truist.
Much for joining us here in Reading, Pennsylvania. Emily Messina and Tyler Small on the airwaves with you. We love that you're interacting with us, whether you're watching Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. We appreciate all of your comments. If you are user X Creme Brulee X on Twitch and you are suggesting that we have a booth cam, we will consider it. But I think that's the reason I chose radio.
I was just going to say, that's not the impression you had off the air.
I don't know. Right off the bat, Josh Lester sends one into deep center field, camping under it at the wall is Vierling on the warning track. He's able to make the play. I thought that one might go over, but just kept inside the ballpark as Brown is able to put away Josh Lester for the first out of the inning. I don't know. I got a lot going on here with the setup. We got the sound mixer. We got our producer Evan back here. Evan's the one answering your comments, so you want to give a shout out to Evan. There you go. We got 2 computers set up, game notes, lineups, rosters, scorebooks, papers everywhere. Maybe we should post a picture one time. Maybe not in the booth cam for now. Like the suggestion, though.
We just got this going virtually, or as virtually as I should say, over the internet waves. So us 2, maybe 3, I don't want to make any judgments for the man behind me, but not the most technically inclined, so we might have to ease into this one.
Yeah, I went to school for public speaking, not for IT, so I don't know about you guys, but we're making it work. We're making it work. We'll consider it. That's all I can say right now. As Robson comes up. Brown working quickly here. The count now 3-1. The at-bat getting deep real quick. And all of the Fightin' Phils infielders are on that outfield grass edge. Yep. I mean, they're all playing deep right now. The wind picking up into the outfield as Brown gets that call on the corner. Full count here. Top of the 9th inning, 12-4 the score in favor of the SeaWolves. Fightin' Phils looking to put down the SeaWolves 1-2-3 here, but instead Robson will be issued a walk and he'll trot down to first. Centeno, the catcher, heading up into the batter's box. He's looking for his first hit of the 2021 season. He was on base with a walk, and he did score off of an error, but still looking for that first hit of the afternoon, or night, I should say, I guess. Pitch black in the sky. We've got those baseball lights. All day today, I was saying good morning to people when they were coming into the game.
Yeah.
And it was like 4 o'clock. As he fouls that one into the concourse area, a bunch of kids with gloves go after it. That's what we like to see.
Oh, yeah. Hustle in the 9th inning. You can't
There
teach
you
that.
go.
You
Hustle
can't
in the
teach that.
9th. They're ready.
No, it's just such a monkey off your back, you know, to get that first hit. The bit, I'm going to say it a million times, the long hiatus from 2019. Whether you were hot in that last week or cold, it doesn't matter anymore. It's been forever. Just get back in the hit column.
Let us beat this dead bush, fans, okay? We are going to talk about this COVID gap until June.
Yeah.
And then we'll let it go. Give it a month. If you disagree, let us know, though.
Yeah, if you've heard enough of it, this is supposed to be an escape from that.
That's true. This is normalcy. If you're coming here to the ballpark, that's what you'll feel. That's what I think all of these fans would probably have to say about their experience here today. We're just seeing everyone here having fun, having one of those Burke's hot dogs. Come on now, you've had one of those. Those are fantastic.
Best in Berks County.
Best in Berks County. And Centeno doesn't look like he'll notch his first hit here, as Guthrie able to make the play on a pop-up in foul territory. And now 2 away here for Andrew Brown, with Robson just standing over there on first. Dylan Rosa heading to the dish. He had a he had a home run back in, what was that, the 6th, I think? Lots of home runs actions today. I think we've seen 6 home runs today.
Right, 6,
which
3,
is
3.
Pretty impressive for an opening day, I would say. I'll have to look into our media guide and records about the numbers of home runs being hit on opening day. I'd have to say that probably contests, I would say.
For opening day, for sure. And I would also say, I mean, the MLB's problem right now, or depending on how you like it, is the overall offense in the MLB throughout the first month. 232 average league-wide. If this one gets ripped down the left field line, it's going to be a fair ball heading into the Erie bullpen, throwing it in to third base. That's going to be a stand-up double for Rosa.
Tatum McCarthy out there in left field, just having trouble getting it off the bounce coming out of that Erie bullpen. You got guys warming up there. They have to hop out of the way. And luckily, McCarthy was able to get over it close enough that Robson had to stop at third. So no damage done just yet for Andrew Brown. He still does have 2 away. And that will bring up Cole Peterson, the number 9 hitter for Erie. 12-4 the score here in favor of the SeaWolves, but we're still having a lot of fun here at First Energy Stadium. We saw lots of bombs by your Fightin' Phils, and we've seen some solid pitching coming out of the bullpen here, and a good start for Lindo, I might add, too.
Lindo and Richam really went head-to-head today. It was a good one. Obviously, it's new age baseball, so they get 7 combined innings pitched as opposed to that usually be 1 starter's opening line. But still, they did their job, gave up a couple of long balls, but on a day like today, both of them are out of the decision column. It's going to be a win-loss coming from the bullpen.
You know, that's definitely an interesting point, Tyler, is that we probably won't see as many decisions coming for starters. I bet all the decisions now are just going to be those relievers are going to be like the ones chasing 20 wins now here in the minors.
It's crazy to think about nowadays, but I think it's going back to the analytics.
A bullet off the bat of Peterson, but it's right to where Brito is standing, and he fires it to first to get the out. 3 away in the top of the 9th, and Brown gets through this one without any damage, puts a donut on the board. Stick with us. We got a half inning of baseball to go. Bottom of the 9th inning for the R Phils here on the R Phils Radio Network. The Fightins features special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoying our Phil's game, great food, music, entertainment, and so much more here at the ballpark. The team will play as the Los Luchadores and will be wearing their Los Luchadores de Redding Latino tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive deals.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
It's time to get loud, Fightins fans. It's time to rally here, whether you're at the park with us or you're at home. Get ready to rock and roll. The Arphils are looking for that rally. They're starting off with Matt Kroon, Luke Miller, and Archimedes Gamboa are going to be the 1, 2, 3 guys here. We have a pitching change for the Erie SeaWolves. Number 39, Ethan DeCaster, comes in to replace Angel de Jesus. He's a 26-year-old from Shoreview, Minnesota. 18th round pick back in 2018. Interesting to see if this is the closer coming out of the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen, or if he's a reliever trying out for that closing position. A lot of those spots are still being set, I know, for Reading. The Arphils are probably going to go to Hernandez in that closer spot, but also, as we've talked about before, the Arphils are definitely going for more of a utility setup, so we'll see in different games, and we'll see if the Erie SeaWolves stick with DeCaster as the closer, which is interesting, I think, in these 6-game series, is that we'll get to see guys like that come out multiple times, because you can have a couple days rest, and we'll see, and it's, we won't miss any guys in this homestand. We'll get to see every player out in action, which I think will be interesting and atypical in minor leagues. Sometimes you might go a whole season, 140 games, 120 games now, watching all these teams and visiting and having them come here and still miss out on a guy somehow, as Kroon gets a piece of that to short. Kredler picks it up, sends it over to first. Lester has it, and that's one away quickly here in the bottom of the 9th. 12-4 the score. Seawolves lead the Arphils here at First Energy Stadium. And that will bring up Luke Miller. He got a solo home run in the 3rd inning, but since then has been 0 for 2 with a liner and a swinging strikeout. So we will see if Luke Miller can bring back that power here. As the wind's starting to die down at First Energy Stadium, it's definitely cooling off at nights here. While it felt like summer today, 81 and blistering hot, it still is spring around these parts of Pennsylvania. And I imagine in Erie, too, they're probably experiencing very similar weather. So I would say that, it's not too far off from what these guys in both states have been experiencing these past couple days, as Miller sends one out to center field, but right under it is Riley Green. He camps under it, and he's able to make the play pretty easily. So quickly, there is 2 away now at First Energy Stadium. And Fightin' Phil's looking to hang on here. A 2-out rally in the bottom of the 9th. And that'll bring up Archimedes Gamboa, who we talked about earlier, has just shown so much here in his first game back in Reading. Starting us off with a solo home run in the 1st, really put the Arphils in a good position. 2 walks on the day and 1 ground out, which was, a heater to shortstop. I really like what I see from Gamboa, and Excited to watch him throughout the season. DeCaster kind of throwing a little bit of sidearm here. He's pitching from that first base side of the rubber, the righty, leaning down really a lot, bending his knees, and then firing a little bit outside, using that shoulder motion and the hip rotation to fire it over to first. As Gamboa sends one into center field, but coming over is Robson, and he'll make the catch on the run. Put F9 in your books to close out this opening day game. 12-4 the score here at First Energy Stadium. Tough loss for the Fightin' Phils in their first game back at the ballpark. We're going to take a short break, but stick around. We've got a post-game show you do not want to miss. Baseball Town Charities is a non-profit 501c3 charitable organization founded to keep baseball alive in Reading, so youngsters can benefit from the many life lessons the game teaches. Baseball Town Charities currently supports kids and adults with mental and physical disabilities throughout the Baseball Dream League. Baseball Town Charity also supports inner-city baseball development through the Rip It for Life program, which provides growth both on and off the baseball field. For more information, please visit baseballtown.org. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing.
The Reading Fightin' Phils birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightins birthday. The Fightins fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admissions tickets to a Fightins home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightins fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Stand by, hoop clear. There's a 5 o'clock.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit Fightins.com to sign up for this free email newsletter. Baseball Town Insider. Stay in the loop and become a member today.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G coverage and speed. No one else covers more Americans with the fastest 5G. The R-Phils are proud to introduce T-Mobile as the title sponsor of our Plaza stage. Fightin' Phils fans can continue to expect great performances on game days and non-game days. The T-Mobile stage is home to great bands, such as the Truest Fightin's mascot band and many others. It will also continue to house great musical performances during the off-season.
Looking for a place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightins game? Look no further than Geico Funland. Geico Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including including speed pitch, mini putt golf, ring toss, and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next R-Phils game at Geico Funland. And thanks to Pete Shaw, your local Geico insurance agent, located at 2733 Paper Mill Road, Suite X3 in Wyomissing.
So that is going to conclude this one here at First Energy Stadium, our first chance to host fans, to host a baseball game since 2019, over 600 days, 607 to be exact, and wasn't as favorable as a matchup for the R-Phils. They got out ahead early. They were leading 4-2 throughout the first four, but then were outscored in the final 5 frames of this one, 10-1. Tough to win a lot of ball games that way. And it was led by a multitude of long balls, 6 home runs combined between the two clubs, 3 for the R-Phils, 3 for the SeaWolves. And there were not a lot of cheapies. I mean, we were talking back to Jacob Robson, who kind of just snuck out of there. It was probably because we were in the middle of the conversation, Emily and I. But Jacob Robson snuck one out of there for a 2-run shot. But let's go in chronological order. We started this one with Archimedes Gamboa with the leadoff solo shot in the bottom of the first to get to an exciting start to this one, 1-0. The SeaWolves put 2 up on the Robson home run, which then got the R-Phils back into it as Luke Miller, first pitch of his at-bat for the 2021 season. He goes long, tie game at 2. Next runs came courtesy of Dalton Guthrie, who got a solo shot there in the bottom of the 4th. Gave them the 2-1 lead, and then a little insurance run, or so they thought, coming right after then on an RBI by the R-Phils. 3-1 was our score heading into it, but then the wheels just continued to fall off. It was a multitude of errors that came from the R-Phils, courtesy of Julian Garcia, who threw it away into center field, which led to a 3-run shot on a blast by Dylan Rosa. Then a couple of insurance runs, we could call it, following that. Uriel Gonzalez had a solo shot to finish it, and that brings an end to this ball game. 12-4 our final. I'll give you the official lines here in just a moment. But before we do that, let's look at PSECU presenting tonight's attendance report. Tonight's attendance report at First Energy Stadium was 2,620. PSECU is proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. And it is just exciting. 2,620, not obviously what we would call a sellout here at First Energy Stadium. However, that is close to the capacity that we could have here in the stadium. So we were happy to have each and every one of you here in the stadium today. Let's go through the pitchers really quick for the winning Erie SeaWolves. Richin finished with a final line of 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. He gave up all those runs on the 3 home runs. Then keeping in the ballpark since then, Green, DeJesus, and DeCaster combined for 5 innings pitched, no long balls, only the 1 run given up. It was unearned. On the other side, Lindo, 3 innings pitched, solid performance, only giving up the 2 runs on the 2-run blast, 4 strikeouts to 1 walk. Avanko came in, shut the door, 1 inning pitched, no runs. And then Julian Garcia is kind of where it began to fall off. 1 2/3, 6 hits, 6 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk to 2 strikeouts, and a homer. Ross came in afterwards for an inning and a third. He gave up a hit and a run. It was earned. And then following it was Brown with 2 innings pitched, 3 runs, all of them earned on 1 homer. So that'll bring an end to this one. We thank you so much for joining us online for the first time ever here at First Energy Stadium. We'll be here tomorrow, same time, same place, and the same 2 of us, Emily Messina and Tyler Small, on the call, and we look forward to hearing from you there. For everyone here at First Energy Stadium, we say thank you, and we hope that you have a beautiful rest of your evening.